Here.
It's already cleared up.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to Shard Hunters, session 121. This is our Pathfinder 2E homebrew campaign where we just like to get together, have a little fun, try not to die, and just share what we do. Alright, we'll kick it over to GM to tell us what we did because it has been a few minutes since we've had a session.
Previously, our heroes finished up their world tour and are now heading on the northward on the shore to try to identify the location where a car was found.
Now I'm a card.
Trying to find the location where he was found shipwrecked on the shore. And when there, they found out it has to do with a pirate vessel sinking. And then they found a shell that messed them all up a little bit, and then they ran away from the shell, and now they're trying to go find an old man who was supposedly one of the people on board the ship that sank.
The hermit crab.
He still lives in the area. All right. So y'all are at town. Now we're about to leave.
We leave.
Aww.
We're going north? Is that the direction we had to go?
Yeah. Apparently, everyone says he lives a little bit north of that area y'all were at previously. It sounds like he may be living on the bluffs that overlook that area, so that he probably could have seen y'all when y'all were down there.
Or we can go back and try getting your seashell again.
What shell?
Your shell, your buddy. Pal.
The one that she sells down by the seashore.
Your dad.
Nope. Too soon. Still got PTSD.
Okay, so y'all head that way?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stick to the shoreline, which means you have to go past where the shell was, or swing to the right and avoid it and go a little bit more inland?
Will that get us to the top of the bluff without having to climb?
It doesn't matter which way you go because there's passages up there.
Okay.
It just depends on how far do you want to go towards the shore and towards the shell.
Buddy.
I say the quickest path there. I don't care if we go.
Yep, let's go.
Or not. I'm just not even gonna look.
It would take longer to avoid the shell.
Just not gonna look.
Can you get your magic rope, tie around the shell, and then tie to your belt and pull it behind us? Or do you think that would work? Because it was super heavy, right?
Yeah, like 15,000 pounds or something crazy like that.
But that was magic. That was magical weight. So if
He
we're
was
not,
able to move it after that.
I just want to take this hermit crab a gift.
I thought we just dug out a little water around it.
I thought we left it in a bucket of water.
In a hole you dug in the ground filled with water.
Yeah.
Then we talked about transferring it into a bucket.
Yeah, and then that's when everybody started running away. Because they saw what I look like naked and got very terrified.
That is not what happened.
That is a scary
Somebody
sight.
cast charm, and people got charmed.
Who did that?
We don't need to get into it, but that's what happened.
Okay. As y'all make your way up the bluff, you can see down to the little pirate cove, and everything seems to be normal to most of you. And you make it to the tippy top of the bluff. And you see in the distance an area set up where someone has been using some rope to hang clothes out to dry, and other signs of someone living up here. There's large pieces of driftwood all over the place. Some of them have been carved into various shapes. And it looks like a small garden has been placed up here, too.
Do we see the shell as we
That's
go
down
by?
below. Y'all are up top of the bluff now, overlooking that area.
I wonder why the hermit didn't help the shell.
I mean, it might be having to do with like touch or something, but
really, truly,
That's-
honestly think that the shell just wants to stay in the ocean.
Wasn't the shell, when I point to where the shell is, I'm assuming it's far away?
It's about probably 100 yards off and about another 100 yards down.
Okay, so guys, do you see where we were before? Wasn't there like fire and like damage of fire and even like crystallized? That's not there anymore, is it? Doesn't look like it's there.
The
Did that?
glass.
You mean the
Yeah,
place where
like
we spend overnight?
yeah, well, where it kind of attacked us, none of the stuff that happened, there's nothing there.
Oh, you think it was
You'll
all in
see
our
that it
head?
looks. No, I see the hole. You see
Should
the
we go
hole
back and
right
get it?
there.
I mean,
think
we did
maybe
that though.
we've had things mess with our minds before. Maybe none of that stuff actually happened.
Yeah, I think we just dug a hole and buried a shell in the sand that was psychedelic or something. Yeah,
I
I've
don't
touched
know. We
mushrooms
can.
before that have similar.
Did anybody ingest anything
Well, you don't have to
before this
ingest it
started happening?
necessarily.
What do you have to do?
I mean, some things
You
are
have to
like by
smoke it.
touch. Some things are like by touch,
Or
depending on the toxin
What
level.
like
did you touch?
spores or
The shell
So you're saying the shell? You
has
know the
some kind of
shell. I mean, you said that it had creation energy in it. You were
yeah,
able to sense that, right? Could that have
maybe,
affected us?
or it could have been failing of my brain.
I'm gonna be honest. It's perfect balance of all creation energy. I don't want to leave it on a beach.
Yeah, but it could just
um,
be a cursed shell.
I'm pretty sure if that shell doesn't want to leave the beach, it's not going to leave the beach.
I I, I
But
disagree for
but
some
what if we
reason.
just put it on something and pull it, and even if it catches fire, and just keep pulling it, and don't pay attention to it, and check behind us and see if it's there later.
It didn't
Yep,
ever talk or do anything to you for an entire day.
because I wasn't touching it.
He was touching it. He
I
touched it
was
for.
I
He
was
touched, held it,
meditating. Yeah, I was
slept with it,
well. I
fondled it.
meditated. I meditated with it.
I
Maybe
look
the
like a lot
man's
of.
got messed up visions all the time, and just that's normal to him.
I did
He's
take my
got an
ring off.
eyeball in his chest.
I did
Well,
take my ring off yesterday.
nothing
for
too
Wolverine.
crazy happened until we did magic on it.
That's true. Maybe it was defensive. Makes me still think cursed shell,
You hear cackling.
and that makes me definitely think cursed shell.
Was that the whole point
Come out, you hermit crab. Where are you? I want to see you.
of a car's dream was just to move it like 50 feet?
I don't know.
That
Maybe.
doesn't make us. None of it makes
And
any
you
sense.
hear someone go, "Are y'all traveling fools?"
Yes.
Yes.
Most certainly, that is a definite.
Put a door
Looking
on
for
our
one more
way.
for our troop.
We
Are
got
you
it.
good?
Put a
How many
puzzle.
monies
We're
I
done.
can't pay you.
We're decent at fighting, but we are definitely fools.
We really like pretty shells. We saw one down on the beach. Maybe you could get it for us.
I'm not going down to the beach.
Why? You're a hermit crab. That's where you live, right?
And a rock hits you in the back of your head.
Winky. We talked to the Fae again. I think they're following us, chunking rocks.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Does anyone look in that direction?
Well, I looked in that direction.
There's
Yeah,
an
if
old
we
man
notice-
sitting there.
He was behind us.
I'm betting that was the guy who was talking,
Yeah. So the
not
guy
the
that's
hermit crab.
the guy that was talking, which
He was
I
talking to the
assume we would have turned towards when he spoke, hit Payton in the back of the head. Needham, sorry, in the back of the head with a rock after we had turned to talk to him. That's what happened. Am I clear on this?
Y'all started talking about being good fighters
Oh.
and telling him to go down to the beach.
He just asked him to go see a shell.
So I'm assuming you're not a crab, just a hermit. My information was wrong.
He looks at everyone else. Is there something wrong with that boy's brain?
Yes.
I got hit in the
Very
back of the head
much.
with too many rocks.
Of us being the fools, this is the king.
Ah. Well, y'all found me. I'm assuming you're looking for me.
You're Devin? Why were we looking for him again?
Because he's the
He's a
hermit crab.
pirate.
He
And we
has
need
the information
Akkar.
on
He
this cove,
survived
and he came
the
Does he?
from
crash.
Does he
the
have
ship.
information?
He survived from the ship that Akkar was found from.
Is,
And
does,
supposedly he was the only survivor.
does
So,
this guy look
Devin,
familiar?
do you recognize me at all?
He looks around, pulls out a monocle. And then he falls over for a second. No. Wait, no. No, you're too young. You ain't him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you.
Any chance you look very similar to your father?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of chance there.
I mean,
Like a 100% chance.
I mean,
Like a
there's
spitting
actual-
image.
There's actual people that look exactly like me throughout my lineage, so I'm assuming yes.
the guy that you think is for him to be too young, did he have a stone in his head similar to him?
What? No,
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't spend that much time. I mean, he was trying to murder everyone on the ship.
That
Wait,
sounds
that's
like
different. No,
Oh.
that doesn't sound like him.
Not him, but
That sounds like his brother.
yeah. Are there any birds?
Were there ravens?
No, he's the crow.
Okay.
Like, that's his name?
Yeah.
Does he
Okay.
have any crows?
No, but the ship was called the Crow's Nest.
That is a terrible name for. I'm sorry.
No, that's pretty good.
You got a crow's nest of the crow's nest. The crow's nest has a crow's nest. It's inception of a ship.
It would be the crow's nest
ship
nest.
session.
I think that the pirate's name is the Crow, so then it would be his nest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's cool. Hey,
It's kind of a play on words.
that's
there you
cool.
go. That
Kinda like
actually
hermit
makes a
crab.
little sense,
He's a hermit. He's crabby.
What Eve said was
You
better.
guys,
I know. I just brain's a little scrambled still.
So what are y'all looking for?
Well, I had a dream, and it led us to this place, and we found a type of conch, and trying to figure out what it all means. Honestly,
You should stay away from that cove. It's a dangerous place. It kills most anyone who goes there.
we traversed it on foot. Is it still dangerous for those who are on foot?
You find a lot of people who've drowned there, whether they came on foot or by boat.
Ah. Any particular reason, or just the waters are treacherous?
I don't know. I don't go there. It's dangerous. I survived once. I ain't going back.
When you were shipwrecked before, could you describe what happened? Would you be willing to do that?
All right. I was a slave on board the ship. Captain Rancid Ricky. Ugh, stupid name. He kidnapped me from one of the other ships. He had a tendency to always take at least a couple people alive and let everyone else go down to the water to be feeding the sharks. And he always let a few people go to spread his name and kept a few to bolster his crew. We were out at the sea. We had just finished raiding Asturia, and we noticed a pirate ship coming up on us. And it was someone who Ricky had. He has a tendency to do things without thinking, and he sort of stole from the captain, the crow. And
Hence the name Rancid Ricky. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, so the crow was trying to sink us. And as he's been chasing us for days, apparently some Mysterian naval vessels saw both of us and came after as well. And it was in the middle of the night, and we were trying to run. Ricky kept saying there was a place he knew that he could go, and we were going that way. And in the crossfire, the crow's nest began to sink because we shot it too many times. But they were close enough that most of them came on board. And then there was a bunch of fighting, and people were dying. And the Navy people realized we're getting a little close to the ground, so they backed up. But no one was driving the ship anymore. So we sort of ran into all the sharp rocks. Several people jumped out deeper in the water, and I believe the Navy picked them folks up. But most of us went down when the ship went down, and then I somehow managed to wake up at the other end of that cove there, and I ran away from it because it was horrifying with all the dead out there and the sharks eating. They were happy. But yeah, Ricky, he just went down with a ship apparently. Surprisingly, they used to be said nothing could kill him.
I guess they were wrong, huh?
Well, he survived being stabbed through several times. Didn't seem to bother him that much, other than dropping for a bit.
Was there a child on the ship with you?
To my knowledge, but then again, there was a bunch of people come aboard all at once. I don't know anything about them other peoples other than the captain was known as a pretty stern pirate you didn't want to mess with. Why on earth Ricky wanted to mess with him? Guess he was still trying to make a name for himself by messing with the stronger pirates.
So the Crow was not as well known as Ricky at the time?
Actually, I've heard of them before.
Is that why you knew what his boat was called?
The because he told us.
Oh, I was confused because there's a crow's nest in a boat.
No, the Crow, the island is from where I'm from, but he was like would hunt the pirates.
So
So he
the
wasn't like
Crow, he was a pirate of pirates?
if that's the right terminology, yeah.
You know, I thought this story was going to have some fantastical thing attached to it, like a sea monster coming out of the thing, or like a fog that rolled in that made them not know where they were. This was entirely mundane and just like, hey, we got in a fight and we wrecked. The reason I thought all
Dang,
this,
Hatala.
what? It's what happened. But the reason
Yeah,
I
he's
thought all this was because of the shell. I thought the whole reason all this bad stuff was happening here is because this shell was affecting people. Now I'm not so sure. To me, it just sounds like
The old
actually.
man chimes up. Well, you do know about once every couple of months, some boat runs aground out here through mysterious circumstances.
Well, it sounds like
Some of
your
them have
wreck.
claimed that they were in town already, but then realized they weren't as they ran into the rocks. Most of them managed to swerve enough and not go down, but every so often one of them sinks, losing all hands. It's surprising how few survivors when the boats do go down here.
You think there's something other than the shell that is drawing things in, fooling them?
What shell?
The shell Akkar was talking about. There's a magical conch shell. It talks. We can go down there and see it.
I point to the location that we got it from, and I say we got it initially from out there.
And that's right where all the boats have been sinking.
See, this shell does not need to stay here. It's dangerous.
Now
I don't
it's
know
in a
where it needs to
puddle.
go. I mean, but still, somebody walks by, some kid walks by the shell that messes with it. I mean, we need to deal with it.
You
Whatever we
think one
need
of
to
our
do.
boxes would work?
That's exactly what I was thinking earlier. Something like that, like one of our boxes or the demon skin or something might block it off. That's a good idea, Eve. The box is a better idea than what I had because I just think it could be wrapped in demon skin, even though that's nothing to do with that.
No, just the box for creation.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. Do you want to see the shell? Do you want to see what we're talking about? Like, I don't
I'm
know
not
if
going down there. I
are
told you
you.
that.
So you have a fear of this beach in general.
I go to the
Called
beach to the north and the south, never right here.
What made you come today?
I came back to my house. Y'all are sitting at it.
Oh, were we like sleeping in your house yesterday?
No, you came up to the top of the bluff, and there's a little hole in the ground there's a piece of wood over, and you can see it where you're standing now. You're at his house right now.
Okay, so we're at the top part. We're not down anywhere near where we were
Right.
before. Okay, we're still up there. I'm getting it clear now.
But he hates that area down there, but he won't leave this area right here. He's been living in this spot for 15, 20 years.
So what keeps you living here?
Um, I'm afraid of the water now, but I can't leave the water.
We know a pretty nice riverboat captain.
No. This is where I ran aground, and this is where I'll stay. I shouldn't be alive, but I'm here.
All right.
And you can see that he has a look on his face, like when he's looking out at the ocean, not at any of y'all, and it's like he's not anywhere near where y'all are.
I've seen that look before.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah. It's the look of longing, but knowing that you'll never get what you want, so you settle for the next best thing.
Devin, what's the thing that you want most?
I think mostly I just miss my friends.
Do you feel like your friends are still in this cove?
They're out in that ocean somewhere. The ocean's cruel. It's got a lot of dead in its deeps.
I'm finding that more and more true as our journey goes on.
Then he starts laughing. Technically, the ocean's soup.
It's a giant salty stew.
Made of people.
And fish.
Starts laughing just weirdly, and he takes a sip from a flask.
If I shove you off the cliff, it'll be hermit crab stew too.
Wait, whoa, hey.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I said the inside thing outside. My bad.
Yeah, you said it a little bit too loud as well. Yeah. It'd been different if it was kind of a whisper. We really got to work on your inner monologue, man.
Do you know if there was a child with the crow? I guess you were. Was he a child? He was young.
Yeah.
Okay,
What was it that Rancid Ricky stole?
that's a good question.
Our hearts.
He stole the crow's woman.
Well, that's not as
Kidnapped
bad. Wait, he could have done that.
He took your mama.
Was it an elf?
There's no way they could have stolen that elf. She would have destroyed everyone.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Okay.
No. From what I understand, she was a bar wench.
Atala, I don't think my dad was a pirate captain, but I could be wrong.
I don't think he was either, but here's the thing. Still don't understand why we're here, and nothing makes sense.
Maybe we should go talk to the shell again. I mean, we just kind of dropped it and ran away.
No magic this time, guys.
Maybe we should have Akkar take off his ring so he can have a dream.
I
I
think
took it off. I took it off last night because I had
Yep.
remnants of a dream.
but we never slept again.
Yes.
all the other stuff happens. So
Yes.
We could
so
also
it's
have
off.
him sleep with the shell. If that helps. Maybe it'll be a little bit clearer. The
possibly.
reception comes in better.
Maybe I'll give it a try.
The shell didn't do anything. It was only reacting to what we did to it. So you
But
should
you
be
didn't hear
safe.
what it told me.
It told you it was like your father or something, which does not sound threatening at all, just like it doesn't understand English well. And it also does not sound like your father, because I'm pretty sure he would have just said, "Hi, Akkar, I'm your dad," or whatever name you had when you were a child. I don't know.
A bike.
No, a boat.
Oh man.
Now his dad was Canadian. It's a boot.
A boot.
Was he
A
bootstrap
Canadian
Bill?
elf. Oh. Well, I'll never get rid of that image.
Okay, so y'all leave the old man and go down to the shell?
I'll ask him as we're walking off. It's like, do you need anything, or are you good?
Any coins would be appreciated.
Well, we technically have nothing.
Hey,
I'll take
Core.
one coin and just throw it on the beach, and so you can go get it yourself.
Why are you so mean to him? He did
Gosh,
nothing.
you're just
He did throw a rock at his
He
friend.
isn't a crab. I'm disappointed that I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
You think
It's
you
not
can
his
talk
fault,
to
but it is
crabs?
his fault. He could be a hermit crab, but he's not. He's
Or
just a hermit.
you got any
You know-
in your stash? I know you're holding some back.
All right, I'm sorry, but you really need to write that down somewhere. Why are you so angry? He isn't a crab.
Clip it.
All right, that's 6:40 p.m. local time on the recording. Thank you, Eve. You seem to be making notes over there.
28 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't a crab. I'm disappointed.
Okay.
You know, nobody said he was.
Someone said hermit crab at some point.
No,
You
It may have been
said
me.
hermit crab. You
Yeah.
were the
Said
only
hermit
one that
crab.
ever said it.
Yeah, he's a hermit, not a hermit crab.
Now,
I was
now,
only half listening.
We
Apparently,
were on the beach, so I get
You-
that.
if
There
you
was
were-
a
if you were-
time that I
wanted
thought
to
we were
take him the
talking
shell.
about the seashell as a hermit crab seashell thing. I was like,
that's
that's why I
wasn't
wanted to take him the shell because I thought he was a hermit crab, and I was trying to be
never
nice,
thought
and then he was
crab.
mean and hit me with a rock, and here we are.
That's
feel
because
like
you
if you
called him
were-
a hermit crab.
The
Do you
question
think
is
it
is he
was?
is he
Wait,
really a
wait,
hermit or he's in
it's-
exile? Did he get kicked out because he's a jerk, or is he a
I'm
hermit
gonna
because he
give
doesn't
him
like
some
other people?
food because we have some food. You could give
I
us
still
some
have bacon left
Car.
over from the
Yes.
party.
At the very least,
Now-
it's not coins, but it's food.
Yeah.
Food is
He'll
good.
gladly accept it.
in his do we have the cart with us? Did we bring the cart?
Maybe not down to the beach right here. I feel like it would be hard
Well,
to move.
You probably, if you have it, you left it down at the beach, not up here on top of the bluff.
Say we may want to do Eve's plan. At least get a box.
Well, don't
That's the first sensible thing we should do.
we carry a ethereal wood box all the time in case we
Oh.
come across creation stones. So, they actually wait. Do we? It wasn't in your box that got exploded, was it?
Your
Your
bag that
bag,
exploded. That's what I was just wondering. Who was carrying the box?
Charles. Was it in his?
I
Bag?
was not carrying the box. I know that.
Is this when we reach in and we find out that it was in that? And
Who all
The
have
bigger
that-
question is, were my tongs
I have a bag
also
of
there?
holding. Yes, we had more than one set of tongs.
Okay.
Yes, I grabbed tongs after your pair of tongs got so useful. And that was like 2 years ago for us. This is fun.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
It's been like 3 days.
I'm talking about for people playing the characters.
The box is actually in the cart.
Ooh, that was a stroke of
Then
luck,
y'all
wasn't
been
it?
carrying the cart everywhere you went. So
Okay. So we just have to go to the cart, which is down there where we're going anyway, right?
Yeah.
And we're good, so we can use the box. All right. Good job, Eve. You
You're
thought of the
welcome.
box.
Thanks.
That's a good. Yeah,
I
I
was like,
completely forgot about the box.
I was about like 2 to 3 minutes away from being like, we can wrap it in demon skin, and I know y'all were gonna be like, "Are you stupid?"
I was fully on board with Nina's plan of making a sled and possibly getting rocks and just sitting it on a rock just in case it doesn't catch on fire and just dragging the sled.
Wait, was that Nita's idea? I thought
Yes.
that was
you wanted to just
I thought
tie a
that was
rope around
Winky.
it and drag it.
I thought Winky
Oh,
was like,
I've
we
offered
can-
many options to carry the shell to the hermit crab.
Winky, did you come up with a sled idea?
What?
I'm guessing that's a no.
Okay, you make it down the bluff again, back to the cove. And the old man is sitting up top eating some of the food you gave him while watching y'all.
He's about to get a show. No magic.
And by the way, guys, he had some pirate thingies on his door. Got
I mean, he had what?
little symbols, pirate symbols.
Okay. They're
I don't
they're
know what they mean
magical or
though.
just like,
I don't know what they mean though.
did I see them?
You did not, because you didn't notice him.
I don't think
I
pirate
mean, you
symbols
can
are
go
made
back up there
magical.
and check.
It's just a
That's all right.
skull.
Do you
But-
think he
but
was
he
just
might-
collecting them?
Just like thieves have their own language, thieves can't. Pirates have their own as well. But only pirates know them.
Oh, so they were like carvings or whatever on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Eve, how long were you a pirate?
She doesn't know them either. That's why she said she doesn't know what they mean.
Well,
But I would have assumed that she had seen pirate symbols before.
Yeah, her island teaches everyone about pirates because piracy is one of their biggest concerns up there.
Just like Nintendo.
Yes, it's Nintendo Island.
Oh God, that's great. That was
Just
good
wait
one.
till their lawyers come chasing after you.
On that note, I heard that Xbox is trying to buy Nintendo.
yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna happen, but
I doubt it.
The other way around.
No, that's not ever happening.
That ain't ever happened.
Nintendo doesn't have nearly enough gumption for that.
As we
And they
as we
don't-
walk
and they
back
don't want them.
down the cliff, Car, what was your dream again?
Put it down. Hold on. Let me.
you wrote that down. But wait, are you talking about the dream that he almost had the night before?
Just anything that has to do with this shell.
The dream from the night before was so garbled and misunderstood that I couldn't really piece anything together. That's why I took the ring off. But the one dream that I got most of this information, which led us here, is you have to go to the beach closest to your heart. Find my voice, and all will be right. Please, you're my only hope. And then something about the seashells. I missed something in between there.
So there
But,
was
like-
something about seashells in the dream.
Yeah, so there was somebody, I believe it was a lady, leaving, and as she was leaving, she turned around and go, the seashells, at the end of the dream. That's one of the reasons why I got so frustrated, because I was like, yeah, we found the shell, you know? It's like,
No, and it had a voice, right? It
Yeah.
spoke to you.
and then all was not right. It ended tragically. So, yeah.
So okay, so roll me through it one more time. Go to the beach closest to your heart. We assumed it was this beach because this is where you were found.
Yes.
Is there anything that would be closer to your heart that would be a beach that makes sense? You don't know. Okay. So we
I was
found a
fully thinking
shell
this is the place. Yes.
that
It said,
definitely
"Find my voice."
spoke to you. Okay, find my voice. That was the next thing. Beach closest to your heart. Find my voice.
And
So
all
where
will
we
be right.
and all will be right. So we still need to find the voice. If I like, let's assume the shell is not the voice.
Okay.
The next step would be find the voice, right?
It's probably this hermit being a jerk.
If it was the hermit, it would be find the rock in the back of your head.
Are we still standing next to the hermit?
We were walking down the cliff.
We're walking down, yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming he's
Y'all are-
eavesdropping on us still.
Because we were already down and we looked up and he was eating
Y'all
the
were
food we
at the
gave
cart,
him.
basically
Yeah,
getting
we're
the
down
thing.
there.
Okay.
We're just kind of discussing it. Now
And
we
he's
need to get
200 yards away eating a snack, cackling.
we need
One
to
of the
get
biggest things that really stood out to me was you're my only hope.
Maybe you should ask him about that and
Ask
about
the
the
shell?
garbled dream. Yeah, maybe you can get something.
Do you want to talk to the shell again?
All right, let me ask you this.
I will attempt to talk to the shell.
Okay.
Again. If it will allow me, because when I talked to it last time, it got real heavy real quick. It told me it only told me that it wanted to go back to the ocean.
He's so heavy.
That's why we dug the hole and put the
But
water in it, because we
Akkar.
didn't want it to run away.
Akkar,
Yeah.
I am positive that the shell is not your father. Maybe it's an echo, maybe it's something else, but I do not believe your father would say he's going to kill you.
I mean,
But this dream never said it was your father. It just said,
Yes.
"Find my voice."
it could just be some hologram of some
So-
chick that. Never.
What?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only
Yeah,
hope.
it's been
Oh.
stuck in my head this entire time. It's
I'm gonna
still-
be honest,
it's like
That
hit
was the
me.
last time. That's the thing that
I
hit
keep
my brain.
thinking about it, but I put it out of my
I
head.
was about to call
so
him
by the-
Carby One Bonomi.
All right. Well, the first thing that I do want to do is that the last thing that this shell actually told me before everything went haywire is that he wanted to go back to the ocean. So, regardless or not, I want to do that. If this is or isn't the shell that we're looking for,
Hold on, wait.
See,
Remember how
this
he
is what
said a
happened
lot of
last time.
people? Wait, hold on. You know how he said a lot of people are found drowned out here, and the shell just wants you to take it out into water where it gets really freaking heavy really quick.
Well, I mean,
So
I
why
can
don't
hold
we
my
just?
breath pretty well, and Eve doesn't have to breathe underwater.
All right,
So.
I suggest
I don't want to put
instead
it in the water.
we just let Winky smack it out into the middle of the ocean.
The last time Winky tried to smack it, his hammer turned into like a little squeaky toy.
We thought it did. So blindfold Winky,
Oh, so that didn't happen?
line him up, and tell him just to swing, and we all stand back, and
You know how that's gonna end?
it's gonna be a roll. So
I'm gonna.
no.
I'm just going to put this out there that I feel like that is a terrible idea.
Okay.
Eve?
I don't know why we would put it back in the water. Because isn't it like causing people to die?
Oh yeah. So let's just put it
Why
in a
don't we
bag.
dig a hole? We dig a
Nah,
hole and
nah.
throw it in it.
We can't leave it here because somebody eventually will find it. So instead, we need to send it to a different dimension. I mean, that's an option, right? We can do that to some extent. We could banish it, return it to where it came from.
The only way to guaranteed get it out of this dimension would be to put it into a bag of holding and then rupture it on purpose.
All right, how many bags of holding do we have?
Are
5.
we really talking about trying to destroy it? Like, I get that this, like, we need to figure out what's going on. You don't just destroy something because it got heavy.
No, it's altering reality only for the person that's experiencing it. So that means that there's something negative about it. Otherwise, it would be a boon or a benefit to everyone.
But it's
The
also
fact
a
that
perfectly balanced elemental item.
so says my disgruntled brain when I was touching it. I mean, usually you're pretty skeptical of me, and the fact that you're just fixated on this kind of makes me worried.
No. That's not my point. My point is, we came here under a dream.
Right.
The dream pointed to at some point a shell and a voice.
Mm-hmm.
You want to destroy the thing that may be the answer to what Akkar is looking. That's what I'm worried about.
Was the
Or
voice
this has
ever?
nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I
Does the
do
does the
not think that putting it in the ocean is a good idea, though.
Okay, were there any instructions on what to do with the shell before we got to the beach and interacted with the shell?
All he had was what he just said.
Go to the
Fine.
beach.
Go to the
Fine.
beach closest to your heart.
Uh-huh.
Find my voice.
Uh-huh.
All will be well. And then something was said about a shell.
All right. When did he hear his father's voice?
There
I'm not
was
saying he
there was
did,
a
and it's not
well
even.
in Bastool. You can put it in that well.
The one that Winky almost got trapped in?
Yes, that one.
Well, well, well. I think we have a solution.
I'm
Also,
Personally-
remember, you do the one thing when y'all were discussing it previously was that none of y'all, even with your knowledge of nature and occult, had any clue what the shell came from. You need to find a greater expert in occult lore to find anything out about it if you're going to try to find any information.
Yeah, and we have access to one of the most intelligible occult lore people in existence.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Y'all can teleport
You're
straight-
welcome.
sounds
What
like
was
step
What
2
was
of the
that,
plan.
Charles?
Y'all can teleport straight to her.
Exactly.
Katala, do you wanna try and sketch it? You're the best drawer that I know.
I
Why
feel
don't we
like-
just-
Kinda,
Let's try
Why don't
to
we
get
just-
the box
actually-
thing and take it to
Yeah, if
your
we
lady
can get it
friend.
into the
you
box,
want-
we don't
okay,
have to
okay.
touch it.
If that works. I mean, I was holding it forever. So
Okay, yeah, you were holding it forever, but I am curious, without touching it, see if you can talk to it and it can talk to you. I think that's something we should try.
Yeah.
Then,
And just an outside bit of your character thinking on their own. Nita, you mentioned that you can't trust what you detected last time because you were in proximity to it, but you're not in proximity now. You could try to sense it again.
Yeah. Let's try it at the max of my range. Just to kind of be as far away as we
Is-
can.
is
You want me to
that-
roll
is
for that?
is that
Yeah.
magical?
it's just a sense of what it
Okay,
is. It's not like it's not like
Because I know
you
when
were
we used
trying
magic, it went horribly
It's an
wrong.
innate skill to his class now.
Yeah, if anything, it is the least magical thing Needip can do.
All right. You are not feeling very sensible about the energy flowing around you, but you can detect the shell from here.
So I can detect that it has some kind of elemental power, not some kind of.
You can try to focus one more time to get a better sense of it because you got a poor roll.
Okay. I will creep a little closer and try it
I
again.
rub Nita's shoulders. You got this. You can do this.
All right, you're distracting me. Stop.
Sorry.
You may be our only hope, but quit touching me.
No, he's whatever is the hope or whatever the
Okay.
thing is.
Dang it, the shoulder rub worked. Ah.
You
see that the
definitely
next time.
sense all 6 energies in perfect alignment within it.
I
All right,
swear it
Natalia,
ain't
you're
charming
right.
you, I
Let's go
just
get
gave
this
you the
thing and take
palm.
it back. I don't care if a car is seeing
And-
theft.
Nita, based on your sensing now, I'm going to send you a message real quick.
Okay.
Well, if I type in the right box, I will.
He's doing that. I'll ask the group, is there any situations that you guys can think of where we would need something that's perfectly balanced? Maybe up in the library or...
I mean, that's a really good
I
process because
am
I would-
interested just in the fact that hopefully we could find whatever made this balance and maybe find a way to balance us.
yeah, that's. I mean, I'm going to be honest. When you first said it before, all I could think of was this is the kind of thing we've been looking for.
Didn't we find it?
Our powers
regardless-
combined,
Yeah, the
regardless
script...
of what information it's giving a car.
Was the script, because you found script or runes or something on it, right? Was that in a language or...
No, it's not. It's not script. It's not runes. It's like flecks of a thing, like a shiny substance, small flecks. It's not
Sorry, what?
informational.
I was distracted. What were you saying?
Well, the little pieces on the shell, they were inset expertly, but they're very small, and it's like
So it looks constructed.
well, no, the shell does not look constructed, but the pieces added to it
The
kind of look
inlay.
like it's like if somebody was able to sculpt a piece of sand almost smaller than a grain of sand and then inset it into it in
Hmm.
several different places.
Yeah, because
It's-
that is probably the most powerful. Like, I I am overwhelmed almost from this distance at how strong that thing is with elemental magic, or not magic, elemental power.
I do believe if we were to even mention this to Devi and we hadn't brought it to him, he would probably
Send us back.
he'd decide to leave us be.
Well, he did ask us to bring him some things.
All right, so we use the box.
Yes, but first we're going to bring it to the lady in the library.
Well, I think first Akkar's going to talk to it, then we're going to
He's going to
box
try to
it.
talk to it without touching it, right? Because when he touched it, everything went nuts. When he talked to it and touched it, sorry, and when we did magic to it, so no doing magic to it. Don't
Do y'all
touch
have
it.
any idea of
See if you can
what
talk to
things I
it.
need to say? Just like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Kind of
I
casual
mean, you can,
conversation, or
Just ask him about your dream. Were you trying to
yeah.
have another dream?
See if it's got a name.
okay, I'll walk up. Hey, Shell. How are you doing?
This be a really rude time to use ventriloquism to mess with him.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Really like sticking your back in the day when we were going through a dungeon and I was trying to like loot a corpse and it went as I stuck my hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
What do you mean no one's here now? I can literally see you sitting in the pool that we left you in.
Is he talking to us or him? The shell thing.
He was definitely talking to you.
Really?
Yeah,
you told him.
you told him that there was nobody here.
Oh. I told him there was nobody here.
That's what you just said.
You said there were no
What?
hermit crabs here.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
Remember when we were
I know
talking about
that.
hermit crabs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's responding to that. Just took him a while.
You know he's a little slow. He's catching up to you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I am the king fool. What do you call a jester of a jester?
Nita, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the shell.
Oh.
I'm trying to listen.
Sorry.
How close are you to it?
Does he look like he's about to touch it? If he's going to try and touch it, we're going to stop him.
He's just a shell's throwaway.
Well, I would be interested to see how you're going to destroy us all, but I was just trying to talk to you, and I tell the shell about
Hey,
my
Core,
dream.
Yeah.
get your rope ready to tie him up, in case, because he seems to be pretty in depth with this thing.
Right. Maybe.
He seems like he's doing well, guys.
Well,
The
well,
shell
also.
said, like, "Oh my gosh, you are so thick. Go away and take your dumb friends
Hey.
too, or I shall destroy
Like
you all."
dummy
That's what he
thick
said.
or like dumb thick?
Or like,
I
or
don't
like
know.
very
I don't
good
know.
looking thick. Like,
I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I
know.
said
I don't
first.
know. But like,
oh, sorry.
like the oh
He's
my
old.
gosh.
He
I
didn't
don't
pick up
know.
on the lingo.
What was that, Akkar? Sorry.
Did they say you look dummy thick or
You're
just
not a car.
like a thick dummy?
I am not a dum dum.
I'm gonna go over to Winky.
Or,
Like,
wait,
hey,
is that
Read me.
is that
Winky.
in response to Neetup or is that in response to the shell?
you might need to get ready to cast sleep on a car.
But I can't do that.
I hear dum dum.
Just
No, no, no,
swing your hammer really hard.
It's a touch cast.
Well, all we got to do is get it into the box. It won't affect him anymore if it's in the box.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Let's just go put it in the box.
It's so
Put it-
loud.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the tongs and I'm gonna get it into the box
I got a gift for
and
you.
shut the lid.
Get some water in there with it.
I mean, a little bit. Let it have some drinking water
Why?
because it's a butthole.
It's a cephalopod. It has no butt.
I don't know the way it's been talking.
It's
It's got a poop tube.
just like everything else.
It's got a mouth butt.
It's got a poop tube.
It's a
Just like just like
monodirectional.
shrimps and crustaceans.
Digestive.
It only has a poop tube.
Okay, you grab it with the tongs, pick it up, and toss it in the box,
And shut the lid.
and shut the lid.
Okay. Can you still hear the car?
Yes.
You can.
What did it say
Well-
about your dream?
At this point, Natala, you can't hear anything other than screaming, dum 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 dum.
Dang it.
Are we good to go?
I
I guess Atali just sees my lips moving.
it's definitely it's definitely talking to me too.
I'm gonna go over to the wagon and open the portal to the library. Does it work?
Eve, do you see your message?
Oh, Hatala's not in the box.
What?
Let me check.
Natala
Here.
can't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I can't hear anything. What? It's
And I
I'm
want to
a
try to
minute.
direct her.
It's not.
okay.
Where the
That's
box
you
is.
have hands. Is it this
Natala,
big?
when you raise your hands up, you notice you're holding the shell in your hand.
How?
Can I just close the box around it?
The box is closed. It's got the tongs sticking out of it.
Oh. I would like to open the box and take out the tongs. And then what I'm gonna do, all right, guys, I'm gonna grab it with the tongs, and then somebody else put the box around it. Y'all ready?
That's
I'll grab it with the
exactly what we did
tongs.
earlier.
Am I holding it with the tongs? Do I still perceive it in the tongs?
You do perceive that you're holding it with the tongs.
All right. Where's
grab
the
the box.
box?
Good idea, Eve. Even though I can't hear.
I'm just gonna keep focusing on it.
Eve, you would be the best person to use the box.
Yeah.
I see it
I use the
still.
box.
I don't see any weird other
So you
stuff.
close the
It's
box
not
around
heavy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let go with the tongs.
Eve shuts the box around it, and everyone stops hearing noises.
That was
Right.
You ever
terrible.
hearing noises?
Did you hear it too, Atala?
I don't want to talk about it.
I saw it in your hand. I couldn't hear
You actually
anything.
had a bad roll, Hatala. That's the only reason. I rolled for the chance of you not grabbing it correctly.
Not happy about that.
That's too bad. Let's move on.
It is too bad, but
I still thought it was hilarious, though. It's like, yeah. I told Eve notices that Hatala is holding the shell while the tongues are sticking out of the box.
I'm not okay with
She
the
put
shell.
she put the tongs in the box instead of the shell.
Yep.
I'm not stupid. The shell is a butthole. I said earlier.
I didn't say it was your fault. I'm just saying that the shell is pretty crazy. I know. This is what I ran into the other day.
All right, so, Core, you have opened the portal to the Southern Library.
Hopefully that happened.
It did.
Okay.
You were never in proximity of the shell. And you never... The big thing, just a little bit of knowledge I've all figured out at this point, it's only affected people who've attempted to mess with the shell.
No, it messed with all of us.
Yesterday, the last time they were all trying to... It only affected you one at a time as you were trying to affect the shell.
No, it was everybody was staring at a car and everybody saw a different image.
That was because of my charm spell on the shell.
No, it was not. That
The
was
charm-
before the charm spell ever
We
happened.
left because of the charm spell.
Yeah, the illusion was.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that first illusion was it trying to get y'all all to leave it alone, and then after that, it didn't do anything until you tried to do something with it.
That's right. Yeah. I got those two reversed.
Yep.
And
All right,
now
you're
we
in the
just
Southern
trapped it.
Library.
Alrighty.
She might be really mad if we bring this to her or something.
No, we're not going to just open the box. I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to draw a picture of what it looks like, as well as detailed a picture as I can of the insets that it has, and I'm going to describe it in detail to her. And then we can, of course, tell her what it's doing. I'm sure she can get the information off of that stuff without us opening the box.
That's a great plan. I like
This is
that.
a stressful situation. Can we roll to see if Atala forgets what it is as soon as she needs to describe it?
Like, is it a loss for words?
This does not have memory loss associated with it.
Is this the librarian at the library now? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No,
Southern.
y'all just got to the library. Y'all haven't gone to the library to the occultist yet.
There. This is the occultist in the southern. The southern.
This is your best friend who told you to work harder.
Yes.
Mine?
The old lady from our B team.
Well, we don't know about that, but yes.
Possibly, but theories.
All right, you make it to the occultist room, and she's sitting there reading a book. Oh boy, y'all guys, what have you brought now to me?
We didn't
Figure
bring
out.
you no diamond ring. We didn't
Sure
buy
we
you a
look
house in the
ragged.
hills.
I just stand by the door.
Have I had time to sketch these? Probably not. I need to
No,
sketch.
but you can sketch it out real quick while
Yeah.
while I talk to her.
We have a likely dangerous thing in this box. I'm going to sketch what it looks like for you. You okay there, Nita?
It's a different word association. I'm about to send you a video.
Don't do. I know. I don't. I think I know what it is. I don't.
Of course you do.
Okay. But we can tell her what. Feel free to let her know what we've been dealing with while I sketch.
Make your crafting check, Atala. Basically, just don't fumble.
As close to fumbling as I can get.
But you succeeded. You drew the shell.
So yeah, we've been talking to a shell. It's unlike any shell we've ever seen. It appears to be some type of conch shell, and has the ability to get really heavy and do some pretty crazy things with magic. And talk to
I don't
us
think
in our
it got
minds.
heavy. I don't think it ever got heavy.
She
Yeah,
looks
we
at the
just-
drawing. Has a bunch of people drowned in the area?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Although it's not a shell, it's what lives in the shell.
Is it a?
It's a
genie?
hermit crab.
The shell is a house. Did you say you found like carved gemstones on it?
Yes, very detailed, very tiny gemstones.
Yeah, those are actually carved gemstones that have been inset into a special shell.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a fey creature. It's a they're like cousins to nymphs that are water nymphs, but
That
instead
makes a lot more sense now.
it's an ocean nymph whose specialty is drowning sailors.
This
That
can't-
makes a whole lot more sense.
This can't be what you were sent to find.
I agree with that.
What if it's your mom?
His mom is an elf.
She to
Bless
my
you.
knowledge, she wasn't Faye. You almost lost your headset.
There's not enough resistance up here.
Maybe he was sent to take this thing away to stop the ships from sinking.
The coefficient of friction is way too low.
Yep.
But yeah, these creatures, they normally live in deep ocean because they don't like people. But every now and then they'll get to the shallower oceans because someone picked them up and carried them there. And from that point onward, they become dangerous.
So it would be a good idea to bring this out to the ocean and just drop it in?
Should have just yeeted it out in the ocean when I wanted
That's
to.
one way to take care of it, but someone else will find it again eventually. Most people just kill the fairies because they're not good for anything.
Okay, now I'm sad because
Do
we
they
did a
taste
lot.
good?
No,
we
they're
have
one
to-
of the more evil fairies. They are known. Wait, you've heard of sirens, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones
No.
that taught the sirens because they thought it'd be funny to teach something to go after humans with them.
You know, this whole time, that's what I was thinking, but I was just thinking I was crazy. So I didn't bring it up.
Crazy, but that's a different story.
Good kind of crazy, right?
No.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I really don't feel good about just taking this tiny thing and killing it. Because it's got to be small. It's just like a little thing inside the shell, like a little bitty little person. Thing.
Well, when it comes out of the shell, it's the size of a person.
It's
Okay.
killed a lot of people. What's the
It's
point?
fairy magic. Inside the shell is actually larger than the outside, and
Oh.
Oh,
the shell
kind of
itself
like
is worth a
kind of
lot
like
of
my
money.
yurt, the little house I pop up. It's bigger on the inside than on the outside.
Mhm. The shell itself is worth a lot of money, and generally they're very powerful magic items.
Hmm.
So what's
Can
the
we
best
go
way to
inside the
kill the
shell?
fairy? Just
Well, if
for
you do feel bad about killing it, you could just basically tell the fairy that you'll let her go if she leaves the shell. She's not attached to it in any way.
Should go
But-
find another one.
But do we need the shell? Do we need the shell? Is the shell what we need?
The shell's the thing that's balanced. At least keep it.
So that's what I was curious about. Is the shell the thing that has the power, or is it the thing within?
Oh, the fey creature is just a creature.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any elemental energy that I've ever heard of.
Has these shells usually had elemental energy, or is this one special?
From what I understand, most of these fairies go deep into the ocean and find the rarest species of snail or whatever they can find and kill it and take its shell so that they can make a house.
So it just happened to find one.
Found a shiny.
The reason that this
had
shell
this-
is so balanced is because of the dust from the from the Titans, and they find these small particles, and is that why it's so balanced?
It's possible, but from what I understand, most of the elemental energy of the Titans at some point or another has been in the ocean. Because all of them have come traipsing through it, and
Hmm.
And the venting pushes it out into the water.
yeah, my guess is if something in the ocean could filter out those particles over the years and then slowly eat it up, and then something else ate that, and then basically whole chain of food of life. Eventually, the snail is one of the bigger predators down there.
So right now we're looking at convincing this thing to leave its shell.
Ooh,
Can I like
I'm
cast
more-
noxious gas into it?
I'm thinking more of exterminate this evil fae.
How are you gonna do? Break the shell to get into it and kill it?
What if we
Oh,
like
no.
We just trim the end off like they used to make a horn out of a normal shell.
But what if you trim the end off and it takes off just a little bit of the darkness and energy within it, and now it's not balanced anymore?
Yeah, we can't.
What
You
if we
don't know
just
how it
like put a
works?
pillow over it and just try to smother them?
Or we could just cook
Yeah.
it.
Do I sleep near him?
I think cooking would definitely be a good idea because that doesn't damage the
Some
shell in
boiling
any
water?
way.
Cooking
No.
it?
Yeah.
You do remember that she kept wanting you to put water on the shell.
Oh God, we're gonna boil it alive
Yep.
while it thinks it's.
She can either get out of the shell or she can die.
The
Or
issue
we'll
is it needs water, so just
Yeah.
take it away from the water.
and it'll drown. It'll drown in the air.
It'll just
Basically, tell it you're going to send it to the desert if it doesn't get out.
Or we just send it to the
Yeah.
We
desert.
do know
Or-
the location of
What?
several volcanoes.
What kind of what kind of danger would we be in when
Or
it's outside of
molten
the shell?
lava
Does it-
down it.
Does it only have its power in the shell, or like is it gonna fight us when it's out of it? Like, what do we need to expect here?
We need
Well,
to
we
expect a
have the
cannibal
advantage
lady to come out and to be
From
able to
what
get
I
rid of her.
understand, its proximity to the shell is what affects its power. While it's hiding in the shell, it can't affect anyone more than a few feet away from it.
So let's just dump it in a volcano.
So can it affect people
We
more
want to
when it's
keep the
outside of it?
shell.
Yeah,
When
the
it's
shell we want.
Hold on, Eve.
So we get it to come out. Somebody has the portal ready. Take the shell. Go to the tree.
We're done.
Oh yeah, it'll be far away from it.
And then she's just
Immediately.
there
But
in the
I
desert.
Is
really
it a
don't.
female?
Yeah,
Or they're
I really
there.
don't
It's
want this
there.
fake creature to.
Most of these type of fae are female. They're like the river nymphs and dryads. Almost all of them are female. Very few fae are male.
You know, interestingly, that means that if the sirens and these things are female, if they just had like female captains and shipmates and everything, they probably wouldn't have as much of an issue.
Yeah. I'm all empowering women. Yeah. I'm absolutely. That's a good idea. They'd be like,
Alright,
haha, nope, not today.
so when we're done with this, you're gonna commission a crew with a
I'm
ship
looking-
of all women.
I'm looking around for a metal trash can
Well,
somewhere in
then
the
that would
library.
put me at risk, but yeah, that's a good idea.
There are
I
no
probably
men.
wouldn't be on the ship.
Oh, I mean, commission. For
Is there
women.
any,
but
like,
You don't have to
we
do
can
large
set a-
trophy
Obviously,
or
you can't
awards?
be on the ship because it's an all-female ship.
Yeah, so we'll set up some awesome trade routes of all females. Yeah, that'd be a great
All right,
idea.
cool. So that is a plan for after we
Okay.
save the world.
I guess I could make a stone basin.
But we're supposed to be
Fill
saving
it
it.
full of water. Oh,
Yes,
they're just
Wiki.
having a conversation, so I'm getting ready to boil this thing alive.
Yes, Wiki, we're supposed to be saving the world. That's kind of what we're. Or you just want to smack things? Is that what I'm getting?
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
had some pretty good ideas. Fairly
No,
recently.
he said he's like. So we're
Winky's part
saving the
Fey,
world?
right? I mean, you don't have any problem with us offing one of your cousins? I don't know. I don't
I don't
quite
care.
get you.
We just
we want.
dealt with a bunch of Fae already.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
only
we-
newly Fae. I don't know how the Fae works. You know.
I mean, they said it's evil Fae. Like I'm cool with vanquishing evil, and this thing has killed a lot. It's just a little weird.
Look, I
to
just
think of like just kill. It's like, hey, it's just sitting here and not doing anything right now, so it feels weird just killing it. But also,
Yeah,
I
but-
like the idea of like, hey, get out. Which we're gonna have to go. Not to the beach. Where should we go? Where should we do this? We
Let's
should
have
I
it-
do
like the
this.
volcano idea.
Let's have it just walk out.
Yeah,
but
how-
walks if
You
falls
killed
in
to
the
snap your
volcano.
fingers,
Huh? What? Oh,
points, and you see a little Fey woman sitting on top of the box.
oh,
Is-
she's
is-
already out.
Is she out? We never opened the box.
Can we, like-
Hey, excuse me, meat puppets.
Hey,
Now-
shell occupier.
Can we stop talking about trying to kill me? I am right here in the room with you.
Oh, so you could
We
just
didn't
leave.
think
we
you.
knew-
We
we
didn't
knew
think
you
you
could
could
hear
hear.
Does she
We
look
knew you could hear
tasty?
us.
Yeah.
Core, have you not had dinner today?
We kind of
We are
skipped
nowhere
breakfast.
near the ocean right now, so I'm very unhappy. You splashed some water in there. Thanks. That's kind of okay. Can you just take me to the ocean? I will leave. I don't care. Y'all
Where'd you
are
fi-
It's the problem of you killing people. That's what I have a
mean,
problem.
Yeah. Hey, wait, hold on. Where'd you find the shell? Did you make this?
found it at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, okay. So it was already. It was already there. You took it.
Well, there's a thing living in it, but yeah.
Were there others like this, or is it this the only one?
What
He was the biggest, strangest, and the only purple one among them.
Okay, cool.
There was a purple thing living inside of it.
No, the shell was purple. The shell is purple. It was the only
So
purple
there-
shell down there.
But there
The
was something
shell-
living in it before.
Yeah.
She's just a thick dummy.
It's a snail.
Oh,
A conch.
You murdered a snail?
Well, they're
dare
tasty.
you. How dare you? Okay,
They're tasty.
I'm just playing around. Go
When you
ahead.
live at the bottom of the ocean, there's not much to eat. Snails, crawfish, crabs, all the little thingies down there that are crunchy.
Sailors.
I
They
mean,
don't
to be honest with you, I can't complain. Yeah, they're
All the
all
rum
pretty good.
and diseases don't really taste well.
Makes sense. So we got to
So
get you
yeah,
back.
If you're going to try to kill me, I will fight you. I don't want to because, as you know, most of my stuff, most of my shtick is I make you see things.
Yeah,
I don't want to kill you.
but
That's
we
why
also
I'm
don't.
hoping I could just say, "Hey, why don't we part our ways? Bye bye."
Okay,
And
you can
Well,
leave. See ya.
honestly, since you're evil, I'm not really comfortable with that.
Is she
Dang.
evil or is it just her nature?
Yeah, how many humans have destroyed Fae over the years?
it's a good question.
It's
a good
about to
point.
be a couple of them because we're not all humans, but we may destroy one more.
the 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 only humans in this crew are Core and then half of Eve and half of Akkar.
But Core isn't
But
even.
Core is also has a little bit of Fae in him too.
He's
Well, I
Doesn't
mean,
it?
also
we've all got
part
almost
dragon,
all
I
of us are
believe.
Fey touched, but that's a different thing.
So, all right, we can easily let you have your life. That's fine. We'll take the shell. But for the trip back to the beach, what are you gonna give us?
Can I kill him?
We can just kill
we,
you.
We can just take you to the docks. The
No,
ocean's not too far of a
she's
walk away.
messed with us, man. She
mean,
is here.
she-
She is
she
in a
has.
non-negotiable
Yes.
position.
I mean, she can move around, right?
She's out of the shell.
Obviously.
She can become intangible and move at will.
Intangible.
But
Mini
just
Fae
at will.
see.
Are we?
Yeah, I mean,
The
I feel like
ocean's
she can
4,000
just leave.
yards that way.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm
There's a lot of
saying.
humans who could die miserably on the way there.
What are you gonna do? Make them
Huh.
drown in the dry land?
Or just step in front of moving traffic, put their mouth into the roaring fire.
Hmm.
There's lots of ways to die.
See,
Humans are
evil. Like I said, evil.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not okay with this.
I'm feeling Akkar a little bit more.
being threatened here, and you're saying I'm evil?
No, you're just letting on to all the things that you've done in the past already, and now
No,
you're
I've never been
implying
in
that
a city before, so how have I murdered anyone in a city before?
you just drowned a bunch of people.
Yeah, people who come and mess with my beach.
Your beach. Oh, okay, whatever. Do y'all want to take it back, or we want to end this now?
All
I
right,
really
do we
don't
have-
just want to kill it.
whoa. All right. Here's what I say.
Do we have
Here's what I
time in the
say.
itinerary?
We already know that people know that this cove is a dangerous cove, right?
Yeah.
We can either take it into deep water, or she can go to deep water, or we can take her back to this cove. She's probably going to go to deep water and find a shell, just like the one that we have here.
I could just go out to the market and buy another shell.
Yeah. But she wants to be in the water. She doesn't want to be here. That's
it's
that's
just
the
a
shtick.
place in our house when we. Then she could, go into the shell as a new house, and then we can transport that in a bucket of
The idea
seawater.
being, once she's in the water, she's going to have to go back to her home to get a new shell.
Mhm.
Which means she will
Because
go
the thing
far away.
I'm
Right.
not willing to sacrifice innocent lives just to destroy an evil creature, and we can't really keep tabs on her. She is Fae. I'm not willing to sacrifice good, innocent people.
Who are we sacrificing?
She's gonna kill people on her way to the water, is what she told us.
Well, she threatened to
y'all
kill
were
people.
pissing her off.
She threatened to kill people
I'm-
because we wouldn't
I'm
give her a
trying
ride
to come
back
to a
home.
good situation.
I
here.
thought she was
Neither
gonna die
skin
trying to
here
go
today,
through the
I'm-
city.
I don't know.
I'm to a
Let's
point
just use
now
the
where
portal.
I'm so confused.
Let's just use the portal. We'll take her back there.
We're all playing.
We'll let her
our,
stand in her puddle, and
Yeah.
then we can leave.
The occultist is like, you have portals?
Absolutely.
We have several. We have a pretty good network going.
Here, watch this. Can we leave and go through a portal?
Miss Fake Creature, I never got
You
your
looking
name.
for the library?
Yes,
Uh,
we are. We
We
know it's
fell-
been tainted though.
Find it, come to me. I would like to go there.
we are
Absolutely.
How do you feel
Our-
about ancient black dragons?
Hey, this is my foot in the door, guys. Yeah.
Actually,
They're
we
not-
had the conversation about dragons already, didn't we?
Mhm.
Yeah, we did.
All right, Miss Fake
I
Creature.
want to say we
I don't
talked
know
to
your
her
name.
about our plan of going there and everything.
My name is hard for you to say, so just call me Rixia.
Rixia, can you promise not to kill children?
How many children are sailing pirate ships?
I was on one of those ships.
Wait. Hold on. Was the shell person asking to go to the library, or was the occultist lady?
Sorry, the occultist lady wanted to go to the library.
Okay.
How did you end up in that cove? Did you get there yourself, or did the pirate ship pick you up?
Stinky pirate man.
Which one? The Rancid, what's his name?
Ricket
Ricky?
Ralph.
No,
Ricket Ralph?
Ricketts Ralph.
Oh.
long before Rickety came in.
Okay.
Okay.
He was fun to play with. He didn't drown.
Could he breathe underwater?
But he can't
So-
breathe in sand.
So the people that you drown, do you have a preference of these people?
Are you asking like white meat, dark meat? What's going on?
Mostly I kill pirates, but I kill anyone who comes into my cove. Which usually is pirates, because apparently I found out pirates like that spot.
What about Deepwater? Before you were found,
Well, there's
What
no
would you-
people in the deep water. Y'all can't breathe down there.
were you happy there?
For the most part, yeah, until I was taken. Stupid net. Or wait, no. It's the big hooky thing on the bottom of boats.
Ah,
Anchor, that's what it's called.
it's
So
made of
if-
iron too. It probably hurt.
If we take you to water so deep that you'll never see another anchor, would you promise not to kill children and only kill pirates?
I'm certain I've never killed a child before.
You're still alive, dude.
I would be willing to take you back under these conditions.
Besides, once you
What?
take me to the ocean, that's all you need to do, because I will join with the ocean and go home.
Well, these are my conditions. I would be glad to take you back under these conditions.
I'm bored.
And
Go now.
I'd love to give you a Rocky Talkie in case you ever come
Let's
back to the
just
store again. We'll
leave.
take you back to deep water again.
Oh,
It's
what?
taking
A
too
weddy
long.
weddy?
Anyway,
Rocky
a
Talkie.
way of communicating with us in case
I-
so this
Why-
never
why-
happens again.
Why is this
You
important?
can message her later.
Dude,
We don't
If-
really
if-
have a way of enforcing anything. She could tell us whatever we wanted to hear right now.
right.
I'm just saying
say
these are my
there's no
only
reason.
conditions for letting her go being evil.
All right.
We'll
well,
talk
there-
about it on the way.
Yeah, she
there-
said
there's
she's good with no
no-
children.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, she said she never did that anyway. So
Mostly pirates.
most-
So that's
I'm not okay with being a judge and jury of execution here, and I'm ready to move on.
Who
And-
died and made you paladin?
I would think that a paladin would be totally okay with being a
Judge and jury. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
That
But
was the energy
he-
you were giving off. My bad. I should have prefaced it.
so I would like to move on, and if we find or it deals with things or whatever and attacks something, we deal with that when it comes. But if anything, were you on the beach when a car here washed up to it? Do you know anything about his dad? Do you know anything about the information that we came here for? Otherwise, do you know anything about the beach by your heart, hearing the voice, and the rest of it?
You do dreams.
Hey, you've heard us prattle on about the dream, obviously. Keyboards are going. Everybody check.
At this point, she's gone back into her shell and is not talking right now, but she's like, whatever. Yeah, She's been basically muttering along with you, and then she's like, wait a minute. He was here? I
Well,
don't know. You have to take me back to the ocean. I can tell you there.
I was
Mm.
one of the children you didn't kill. I appreciate you for that.
Let's go back to the portal,
Let's-
guys.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you go back to the portal and you're back at the cove again.
Akkar and the Fae have a heartwarming conversation in their transport to the ocean.
She's back again and she's playing in the cove.
That was perfect.
She
It was
plays in the
simple.
cove and she moves around and swirls around a bit. She comes back up. Okay, I remember now. What were you asking?
I was found not far from here, but I'm assuming I crashed on these shores
No,
many
you
years
weren't in the
ago.
boat.
I wasn't in the boat.
No, the other you was in the boat.
Raven, your brother.
Bro?
My brother?
Your brother was on the crow's boat. I think your brother was the crow.
Or what about his dad?
No, the other you. It was you, but not you. You were on the other boat that sank out in the ocean.
Are you talking about my dad?
Yeah, but he's still you. It's weird.
I know. I don't remember much. And
He's his own
from what we've
grandpapa.
learned, it is definitely very, very weird. We all apparently look exactly the same, with
Yeah.
very little age difference.
Two of y'all so far. Well, three.
I don't think it needs an explanation. We just need to know what happened.
Yeah, he sank with Ricky. Ricky bit him in half.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was a were shark. It was cool. He's like, rawr, and
Which means that Ricky can't be dead.
Wait, where's the shark?
she points to a deep pit, a hole in the cove where it's filled with sand, loose sand.
Oh, wait. She did kill him. Wait, I thought she said,
Yeah, before Ricky.
I'm gonna lose my mind! She said that it didn't end up here from this wreck. She ended up here from a different wreck with a different captain, and the captain could drown, but it wouldn't drown in water, but it did drown in the sand, and now this is the one that drowned in the sand. This is why I gave the other
Hey.
soundtrack before we started, because this kind of stuff.
Derek, I think
thought you
what
were-
happened is I made up a pirate name and said it. So, what was it? It was Ricketts something. That guy does not
His name
exist.
was Ricketts.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna.
Yeah. His real name was Samuel Ricketts. He pleaded with all sorts of things before I killed him. He was a bad man.
That's why he was that he called himself Ricky, because that's a terrible name.
Ricky's a terrible name.
No. Ricketts is a terrible name.
No. Most people called him Mr. Rickety because he was weak.
Ricketts sounds
so-
like a disease.
Yeah.
Ricketts is a disease.
Wait, but hold
No,
on.
but-
Okay, so that's what I thought. But so wait, he changed his name from Ricketts because it was a problem. Then he chose Rancid Ricky.
It's not Ricketts.
No one ever said that he was a very smart man.
He was a very sick man.
Actually, the guy up there on the bluff said he didn't really think before he made decisions. So,
Well, because he was a shark.
all right. So you're saying my dad was on the crow's boat with my brother, or maybe my
Crow.
brother. The crow.
I don't know. Nothing
And
makes any
then-
sense.
He was chasing down Ricketts and destroyed it.
And Ricketts is also a shark man, right?
And
Yes,
now
a were shark.
a
were
shark in the
Were
water.
shark. Sorry.
So, did you kill the were shark that
Yes.
bit my father in half?
Yes.
So Ricketts, aka Rancid, aka Shark, is dead.
Well, I'm so glad that I didn't kill you, because now I appreciate you.
Okay.
Okay.
Lore increase 0.
gosh.
Thank you for
Okay,
killing the
okay.
murderer of my father. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Is there another voice we can follow? Is there? He said your dad died here. Is there something else in this ocean, in this area, that could be your dad's voice? Is it your dad? Was it your dad in the dream?
Is your dad your heart? Which means he's right here, right? He's dead on this beach.
I remember it as a woman, but I
Your
couldn't even
dad's a
mistake it.
woman? What is
Or you were a
happening
woman.
right now?
No,
I-
it was a woman in my dream that was talking to me.
And now you wonder why I thought there was a hermit crab? None of this makes sense.
You're the only one that ever said hermit crab. That was one thing that was clear before we started.
Alright, so Akkar's been seeing a woman in his dreams that's been whispering things to him.
That's normal.
Yep. About his dad.
Okay, but
Not
we
as
still,
normal.
he took off the ring. We should sleep here tonight for sure.
Okay.
That hopefully will answer some questions.
Do we strap him down?
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
did we go here? What is happening?
Does
Why
he
are we
even
strapped-
sleep?
Rixia,
At this point, Rixia has pulled up a piece of driftwood and is having a snack and watching you guys.
Hold on,
just
hold
sit there.
on, hold on, hold on. Ricketts, Rancid Ricky, and Rixia.
Yep. I'll walk into a bar.
Oh my God.
and a car ducks.
No, I was gonna say the crow ducks.
This was good. Good laughs. Thank you guys.
Oh man, this is good.
So
I don't know why y'all are having trouble following this. I'm following it pretty great.
I don't know how.
You're the one who's making it confusing.
Y'all, these notes. I don't even know if you're gonna
Throw them out.
This is just-
isn't that why we implemented the GM update at the beginning of every session?
So my dad was on the crow.
Yes.
The crow was attacking Rancid Ricky.
Yes.
Rancid Ricky got off the ship after he killed my father.
As a
After
shark or
that-
not, we don't know.
Hold on. We're going to recap correct first off. The crow and you were on the crow's nest.
Oh,
The
okay.
crow's nest was chasing Rancid Ricky's ship, and Rancid Ricky's ship launched a lucky ball cannon shot and started the crow's nest sinking. So the crew on the crow's nest abandoned ship and went to the other ship, the pirate ship, and started fighting the crew directly. You never made it because you were found in the water off the coast where the other ship went down. That's why you weren't found here, you were found near.
So
we need to go to that beach.
Then,
were-
let me just finish up there. Then, Rancid Ricky's ship, while everyone was still in the middle of fighting, no one was paying attention and they ran into those rocks. And the ship sank immediately and everyone spilled into the water, but Ricky survived because he was a wereshark and started killing everyone around him, including your father.
So, due to the ruckus, there was a wreck in Roxy's Cove where Ricketts died eventually.
Rexia, her name's not Rocky. Yeah, it's Rexia. You got to get it right.
okay, so
Oh.
but Rexia killed
Rancid
Rancid
Ricky.
later on. But so Akkar and the crow is not his brother. It is a person who was a pirate that took down other pirates, and apparently that's just the ship that his father and him got on.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Correct?
why y'all thought the crow was his brother because his brother has ravens, not crows. They're
You want
Well, and his brother could not leave the Deadlands until y'all killed the Deadlands.
yes, which is why I was so confused about the crow guy to begin with.
But a crow and a raven is the same thing.
Did you say isn't or is?
isn't.
They
It is.
I know that's why it's
Is.
confusing.
Sorry.
We got a
Derek.
guy who uses.
And Akkar's immediate father was nicknamed the Crow. That was his captain name as a pirate captain.
And so, due to
Wait,
Akkar's
so his-
brother's daddy issues, he's imprinted on himself the aspect of the crow as
But
his.
his dad was the pirate that was taking down other pirates.
Yes. His dad was
Oh,
here.
I asked this earlier. Didn't I? Will, you're muted. You've been muted. I just noticed you were trying to talk.
We were having such a good conversation. So, I guess to sum up where my brain was going, does Akkar have a stepmom that was a street wench?
Oh, right! Right!
Now remember, everyone in his line is all born looking exactly the same. You don't know whether this Akkar is the one that was in the Deadlands.
But
we don't
were
know that this
told,
was my daddy.
But we were told you and your dad left on a ship. Like, that was like the last thing we
That was
learned.
the last memory he had.
Right. So
But the memory are inherited from version to version.
I thought they weren't inherited diversion unless
So,
the person died and took
when
them
they-
over.
Left? Did Baby Akkar become the crow and now he's his own grandson, or?
So y'all don't know that. It could be that the baby that left the Deadlands is Akkar, or it could be the baby that left the Deadlands is the crow, or one of their ancestors. Because remember, he doesn't have to have a lifespan different than normal. You don't know if he's actually immortal or not. All you do know is they can die.
So he could not be the one that even washed up on this. No, that has to be him.
That is him. He washed
That
up
is
on
his soul memory.
But make it clear that
He
that's
is-
how confusing this is getting.
He is a fractured entity across time who shares some but not all memories, and each individual is not necessarily carrying the same memories shared amongst all other
what
pieces.
we're also saying that what we saw before, where his mother was there, was probably not his mother, but his like great grandmother, maybe.
Or his daughter.
I don't think so.
Mm.
But basically, the way it's supposed to work is before there were twins, there was only one set of memories that all of them had.
And then they just...
But
So the
ever
twins
since
thing
the
screwed everything up.
the twin is still alive, so the twin hasn't died, and therefore all the memories haven't transferred.
So we have to kill his twin.
If you bring it down to there's only one of them
It
left
might be his
alive,
uncle.
Or we kill him.
Could kill Akkar. It'd be the easier route.
We'd just be done with this.
Headache
Hey,
solved.
hey, let's...
I dropped to my knees and like, okay, I don't know where this is going, but
Hey, you got a new character sheet already drawn up, right? Just in case, like the breaking case of
I
break glass in
have been
case of
thinking
emergency.
about it just to get my character off. But I'm like, I feel like I'm part of the story now, so I can't really do that.
Well, here's a good ending point. Sorry, I'm sorry.
All right, I'll have it ready by next week.
We stab him with the shell.
a little bit of out of game things. If you do really want to get rid of your character, you can kill yourself off, and I will play what happened afterwards. And y'all can make new characters. That is always an option. I prefer not because we have a nice big story we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't really done it is because I feel like Akkar has been like shoved into the showcase of we got.
Akkar has become a mantle,
and I want to figure out this story real quick. So,
Eve, do you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna say I could go find your dad's body and we can talk to him.
Oh yeah, you want to have a father-son chat?
You can ask him 3 questions.
We could also
Let's do
ask.
that tonight. Sorry.
Let's have 2 more hours of discussion of what the 3 questions should be.
We could also
Yeah,
ask
before we do it.
Rickety Ratchet. Also,
Rickety Rackety Ralph,
yeah.
Ricky Rabby. I don't know.
all right, Rick's here. I want to keep this
is
shell.
great. Y'all are fun.
I want to keep this shell. Can you go find another, please?
I'll figure that out later. What do you want to do?
Go
You
find
wanna
the
talk-
bodies.
That sounds amazing.
Hey, we can talk to any dead body and ask it 3 questions. We'd really like to talk to his dad, but any
need
other
the whole
bodies? Eve,
What was the question?
do we need the whole body?
I just need the throat and
The part that talks.
the talking.
Yeah, because my dad was kind of bit in half. You know.
Yeah, so if you can bring
He's
us like
oh, so his legs won't work. Hold on.
Hasn't it been like 20 years?
She goes into the ocean and swims off for a second.
Comes back with a hermit crab skull.
About 20 minutes later, she comes back and tosses a corpse on the sand, the half of a corpse.
All right.
Dad?
Got any other?
Hey, Dad.
Nobody's cast a spell yet.
I was just saying, hey to the corpse. You know, it's like this is the first.
It's just going. You are aware it's just a corpse, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him in 20 some odd years.
Yeah, they don't rot very well. I found a nice cave that's really cold, so I put them down there.
She just got like this fridge cave of bodies. A cave corpse. Corpse
Thanks
cave?
for bringing
It's a
this
meat
up
locker.
for us.
Meat locker. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So,
Meat cave.
you got any other interesting things down there? Like other
Does anybody
interesting
know
people?
Gentle Repose? 'Cause
Treasure?
This thing is stinking.
Nah, I'm not worried about
What happened
treasure.
to all the treasure from all of these ships that have wrecked?
She
Alright.
smiles real big, and they're all diamonds. Sorry.
Hey, you amuse me enough. I'll tell you where the stuff is.
I slap Patala in the face.
Hey, I dodge.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, let's do this.
As I
All right.
dodge, I'm gonna kick him in the face.
No, we gotta see if I hit first.
Yeah, you don't. I'll tell you right now.
All right,
Hold on.
where's your little thingy?
It's in the bottom right. Here on the map.
Yeah, the bottom right of the map has everybody on it.
Yep. How do I
Punch him on
unarm?
chicken, I'll
There
get
it is.
upset.
Respectable.
I hit by 3.
Okay, reflex save. Patala.
One. Boo.
All right, now you're unarmed.
I'm unarmed.
Oh
No.
yeah, that's right.
Patala says she's going to
Because I'm
kick you
trying
back.
to kick you as I'm doing a backflip. Oh, I gotta pick him though. don't
Why
I?
are you doing a backflip?
Which
Because she was
one-
dodging.
Which one is him? That one.
Can I
Just
do a
move.
reflex save?
You used to do a backflip.
Can I do? Yeah.
Ah!
Ah!
You just
All
smell
right,
my
athletics
feet.
check. You just said you're going to do a backflip. You're going to try to dodge too, so backflip
me?
meet it.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Be hilarious. Atala misses horribly, and he just flips anyway.
Just
Falling
falls
back.
over.
It won't. It's hold on. Maybe I have to target myself for that one.
No.
No, you're just
He's
doing a
still-
save.
It says there's no active encounter.
Skill, not attack.
Oh.
Acrobatics.
My bad.
Okay. You sort of do a decent enough backflip, but it's kind of clunky. But Atala kicked nowhere near you.
We both flipped at the same time.
It's like you went to go smack. It was the smack, and then we both went. Woo. Which I'm gonna
Synchronized
be
slapping.
honest. When I land and I look up and I see that you did that, I am slightly impressed.
You're the one who missed.
I do finger guns.
Yeah, that's why I'm slightly impressed.
You missed.
I'm not impressed with me. I'm impressed with him. I'm allowed to be impressed with someone else.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and speak to the dead.
Wait, did we get the body?
Yeah, it's right here on the
Yes.
shore.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
it's
I
hard
said,
as hot as
That's why I was
You're
like,
almost
"Hey, Dad."
standing on its face.
I was getting
Hey,
food.
can you
I'm
get your
sorry.
foot out of my dad's mouth? I don't.
Oh,
think
I
you
thought you
like
liked
feet as much as I do. I don't
Oh,
think my dad
you went
likes
right
feet.
there. You went with. I didn't even have to do it.
Oh,
My
by
dad
the way,
doesn't like feet quite as much as I do. Okay.
it's a shared memory. There's a cave full of corpses down underneath the ocean. She's got a whole like cave full of bodies that aren't decomposed, so we can talk to all of them potentially if we wanted to.
We're gonna be here for the rest of our lives.
Find out if everybody's got a like, hey, where's your treasure? You know, all these dead pirates. We can put dots on the map as we sail off.
Your average pirate doesn't have any treasure.
Okay.
All right. So what are you gonna ask the corpse?
This one's not even got a
Pirate
booty.
Doesn't even have oranges.
So Akkar's
But
going to
they do
ask
got
if he is
scurvy.
the child that left the Deadlands. If it turns out he's not, then we can go with how many generations have passed.
How is it gonna know if he's the child that left the Deadlands?
Well, he would be the one that left the Deadlands.
And I would say
Ask
third
the
would
corpse
be,
if the corpse is the child that left the Deadlands.
Or if Akkar is, whichever way.
We should ask it what question we should ask it. And then ask that question as the second question.
oh, that,
And once
that-
we've
yeah.
wasted those two questions, we should ask an actual question.
I don't think that how many generations has passed would be knowledge that this corpse would know.
No. We need to ask as much knowledge as it has.
Well, if the crow had been on the seas for like 4 or 5 generations before you came along, it has been a
Then we
long.
then we would only know.
See, that's a good
then
point.
we would only
The
know
crow had
up to
been
the
doing
point of their
this.
death.
Did we know we should know your dad's name, right? Well, the guy that was in the Deadlands. Did he always
No,
go by
I
the
never-
same?
You never knew names because remember they all had different names.
We should ask him to tell us his shortened biography. And then we'll have that chunk of knowledge as this is what this body is.
Yes. Who are
And
you?
then-
I'm the crow.
No, we ask, what is your life story in
The problem is, that's
500?
a simple question.
I think simple is
No,
subjective.
I'm monitoring that one. Otherwise, that spell would be way too powerful.
And then we never ask a third question. We just walk away.
Yeah, the body's just left there animated. Does it
No,
work
it's
if somebody else?
Period as well.
All right, so this person knows me.
Possibly.
I was on the same ship. No, I was on the same ship.
Yeah, we can. I think we can
Yeah, we
safely
have
assume that
definitely
you
surmised
are the
you-
crow's son because you look like the crow and you came off that ship. So
So
And you were found, and you were basically a teenager, a child, and you were found by Eric and his men.
yes.
But the thing that they had military people here looking and they never found you. Only later on, when Eric's men came, they found you. Because when this initially happened, the military came immediately.
Is it a planted weapon?
maybe we could ask, how did he survive? Did you like put him in a barrel overboard? I don't know if that helps us at all. And this isn't
How
the
ab-
cove where he came ashore, so this wouldn't be the one closest to his heart.
Unless his heart is his dad.
Or his heart was his literal heart and it was the closest speech?
Maybe it was his mom.
Hmm.
Yes, son of a
Maybe it was
witch.
his stepmom.
All right, so question number one.
His mom was stolen by Rancid Ricky. Is his mom
Oh.
the shell?
My mom was not a.
She was a lady of the docks.
She had to be some type of girlfriend or something. I have my mom's sword right here.
Is it your
I'm
mom?
not so sure you do. I think you got like your aunt's sword. Or your great grandmother.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, so did the crow leave the Deadlands? Is that...
I have one question. as my first question.
Great. You got it. You got all three. That's what that sounded like to me.
I'm doing my best.
What is your name? What is your quest?
So my first question is, I'm your son. What is my heart closest to? And then I don't know what to ask for the next two,
We'll just
Okay,
depending
so
on what
your
questions
question
we.
was, what is my heart closest to?
your capillaries.
I was going to say your left arm.
Lungs.
That lungs probably are closer.
Yeah,
Blood.
but like
Lips.
I'm okay. So how do I establish that I'm his son in a question form?
You don't
Am
have
I
to.
your son? You're thinking way too hard about this. Are you my dad?
Oh no, but I don't want to waste a question. I'd like to have a double question.
But you can't, because that's not how questions
Yeah.
work.
It's not a simple question.
Just ask him if he left the Deadlands.
Well, I ain't there no more, am I?
All right, I got three. I got three.
All
I
right,
think, depending on the answers, that might mess me up.
your first one.
Are you my dad?
Yes.
As my father, do you know what my heart is closest to?
No.
Why did we leave? Why did we flee the Deadlands?
Your uncle tried to kill us.
All right, you can take the body back down to the cave now.
What?
You don't want to bury him?
The crow is the twin.
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I guess we could bury him, but I
the
mean,
crow is the twin of the Raven Man.
I feel that I mean, that's a pretty decent burial. A burial at sea. I don't want to remove him from that. But I mean, if y'all think we should bury him in a different form, then
Is that
I'm all for that as well.
yeah, you could do something nice for your dad. You wanna bury him in a back at sea? Do you wanna do like a do you wanna bury him in a graveyard, have mausoleum? Take him back to the tree?
Um, Honestly, what I'd like to do is put him on a small rowboat and burn him at sea. If y'all are okay with that, I can make the shot. I mean, it might take a few tries, but
Viking burial?
yeah, basically. I mean, he came from the sea. We brought him up. It seems only fitting to.
Might
I don't know how long he lived on the sea, but as our hermit friend up there, you know, which I don't want to take him far from here. Maybe I should have asked him where he wanted to be buried. I don't know.
Which crew was the hermit from?
He was from Ricky's group.
He was a slave under Ricky in
Okay.
Ricky's crew. Yeah.
Rixia starts laughing.
Ah, you again.
That old codger up on the hill?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, that was the lieutenant.
Interesting slave
The
story.
man lied to us.
Is
I'm gonna go
that- is
kick
that
him off the
the-
cliff.
Pirate
I'm
Is
done.
that the pirate markings that Eve was
Yeah,
telling
a
us
pirate lied.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, that was Ricky's second in command. Somehow he managed to close his eyes and just swim for the shore.
I see. Didn't trust the illusions.
He also didn't tell us about the illusions. Even after I mentioned that they were there and possibly there, so he just straight up lied for no stinking reason. Even after I admitted that we knew about it.
He was a pirate.
Maybe he
He
thought he was
was a
crazy.
pirate. Now he's just a hermit who's just up on a hill that has no reason to lie.
Well, to be honest with you, he did close his eyes, so maybe he
Well,
just thought it was a weird dream.
And he worked for a wereshark. I don't think he was a nice guy. That's not something you necessarily change.
Yeah, because he went off and he ended up joining another crew and pillaging over the seas. No, he's walking up and down things and making sculptures out of wood. It sounds like he did change.
But he still lies.
Definitely.
So he didn't change at all. Now I'm angry again.
he's like he's not killing anybody anymore, but he lies. Well, he didn't change at all then.
Maybe he stayed to try to find the loot.
It may be what it really is. He's just been here looking for loot or whatever, and that's why he didn't want to tell us anything.
Rixia, what do you think we should do with our
Why are
Our
you
bluff-
asking advice of this thing?
what should we do with our bluff friend here?
I just taunt him every few years. It's fun.
Oh, so you want us to keep him here? But you're going back to the deep sea, correct?
Maybe
Yeah, I'm bored.
next time just make it look like that you make an illusion of the edge of the bluff, like it's an extra 10 feet of bluff. He goes to look out over the.
Nah, it's a little far. I don't like going that far. Not by choice.
Wait. You don't know where a car washed up on shore, do you?
I think it was about a mile to the north.
That's
Okay.
what we were actually looking for. So that's where we need to
Uh,
go, right?
I think we're gonna go do that.
Hey, before we leave, guys, I want to go talk to what's his name, Devin again.
Okay. You want to
Okay.
go alone?
You can come with me if you want.
I might punch him in the face.
That's good because he's the reason why Dad's dead.
And
Wait,
your
is he?
mom.
How is he the reason that your dad's dead?
He was first lieutenant to the ship that attacked
You should
my
ask him
dad's
what he
ship.
did to your mom.
Oh, you know what?
I think we need to do.
We'll back you up, but you handle this.
Yeah,
I
nice
also have
and
Zone
easy
of
like.
Truth in the way.
Zone of truth when we
Eve
get up there.
coming in
Okay.
with some-
Okay.
Like it.
I don't think it's going to take all that.
You think this guy's gonna tell you
I
the
won't
truth
use it.
because you
Oh,
look
no, no, no,
intimidating?
Yeah.
there-
That's okay.
There's no truth in my heart. It's mostly murder.
Wait. Are you saying that you've been lying to us and you don't want to be in a zone of truth with this dude?
Oh no, I would be much. I would appreciate Zone of Truth. With this
Okay.
dude,
Okay.
But
We're good.
I'm just
All right.
saying that I would love to murder this guy.
Okay. We don't need to murder him. We need
Yet.
questions answered first.
Let's just put a yet at the end of
Yet
that.
is okay. If he attacks us, okay. But look, we need
Yeah,
the
attack.
answers.
I mean, I could definitely.
This guy
stealth
knows
up-
more.
I could definitely stealth up there and murder him without any problems.
We need
do you think?
information, Akkar.
I
Information.
wonder if
But
we dig
this
up
guy helped
Rickety
kill my
Ralph
father.
and then use the skull to bite a car if a car would turn into a wereshark.
I
So
don't
you
wanna
want
be aware of
person
that.
who did kill his father to give him were shark abilities?
You know, he has this connection with the ocean. I was just trying to help him.
Maybe that's why I can hold my breath for so long. I don't know.
Because your dad was killed by a were shark? That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, maybe because I was underneath the ocean for so long. Maybe that's
Okay,
Gotta-
that because you almost died.
yeah. You gotta
Were you-
learn. You gotta learn
you
the
were-
thing that you gotta learn to not be afraid of the thing that killed you, or almost killed
Sharks.
Either that or it becomes your weakness for the rest of your life. You become unbreakable.
Only way to test it is put him in the ocean with a
you.
bunch of sharks.
All right. To be truthfully honest, I want to kill this guy because he was the first lieutenant.
So do we need to? So one of us need to talk to him, and you stay back then, because it
That might
sounds
be a
like you're
great
not going to be able to
idea.
talk to him.
That
All
might
right,
be a
need
great
it.
idea, but I want to take my mom's sword and I want to run it through.
It's
his
not
chest.
your mom's
Your
sword. It's your
grandma.
grandma's sword.
It's your grandma.
Whatever, my family sword. I want to run it through his gut. I don't want to use a bow and arrow. That's too quick and easy. I want to run this sword right through it.
All right, revenge.
You know,
isn't
we're
gonna
talking
help
really
you.
loud.
No. This is
this guy's like.
maybe
it.
a little bit of revenge. Maybe a little bit of revenge. But yeah, I'm very angry. So you either guys have to talk me down, or you help me.
Yeah,
What's your
gone.
choice?
I
Because
think
I can stealth up there and I
This
can
guy
kill this guy.
lived by the sword. He could die by it.
Oh, I'm not upset about that, but I want to get info out of him.
All right.
I'm
Well, in the
You should challenge him to a duel.
after the info. Got it.
Well,
Cool.
hey, at least you got that
I don't
right.
think we should kill him.
Hmm.
This
It
is really
depends-
wrong.
It depends
he was
on what
the
information.
ship that sank my father's ship, and that's the reason my
And
father died. We were just
is
using
he
it as a
out murdering
transport.
people?
She's not wrong.
Hey,
True.
this was like what, 20 years ago?
We did have a conversation about changing ways.
You're
earlier.
right. This was like 20 years ago, but I'm just finding this out now.
And
so-
you'll be just like Rancid Ricky if you kill him. Just
no,
a murderer.
I think better than Rancid Ricky.
You can
I
have
would-
Ricky.
Do you?
I don't know. You did kind of just go to immediately. I'm going to impale this man with my grandmother's sword. So.
And you do want to become a were shark. So there's that as well.
No, that was your idea.
Hold on. Let's not yell. All right. We're starting to cast lies around again.
Oh, you make me turn red.
red with.
Yeah, because I'm laughing so hard. Look how red I am.
All right. One thing I would like to do when we get up there is I want to cast invisibility on myself and kind of get off behind this guy, or even up before everyone to try to just to cut off any route of escape.
Okay.
I'm gonna click the button just so that it's keyed in
Alright.
on my spell list.
As you're stealthily sneaking up, you notice you're holding a mug of water with the Rixia sitting in it.
Who notices this?
Core.
Well,
The
This is-
mug.
this is gonna be fun, isn't it?
She's like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
If this goes off the way I think it is,
Yeah.
are you gonna tell us where the treasure is?
I'm pretty sure I will. This is wonderful.
Okay, come
I've
on.
had this much fun in years.
Okay.
You guys are wonderful.
If this dude walks off this cliff immediately before we get information. It's your
All right.
Hey, 3 questions.
All right, you make it to the top. And you see him sitting there, sitting down, eating some soup.
Hey, how was that bacon?
It's wonderful. I haven't had bacon in a long time.
Good.
Y'all finished
How'd you
yelling
like
down there?
it? Yeah, well, we didn't get the answers that we wanted. So we figured we'd come and ask you some more questions.
Well,
So what ship did you say that you were on again?
Ricky's ship.
Ah, you were a slave, right?
Yep.
And when you ordered them to shoot the crow ship, how fast did they do it?
I didn't order them to shoot the ship. Ricky did. Captain takes prerogative.
So how do you know so much about what happened being in the hold of a ship?
Who said anything about being in the hold of the ship?
You said you were a slave, were you not?
Yeah?
Well, they typically
He
hold the
pressed his slaves
slaves.
into service. Almost all of his crew were slaves.
Oh, that's interesting. So how did you become first lieutenant?
Because I didn't die. I was smart enough not to get bitten by that idiot.
Oh, that's reasonable. But you live the pirate lifestyles. I can see them on your door.
Yeah, when you grow up doing that, because again, taken as a slave. I spent 10 years under that idiot's command.
Whether he was an idiot or not, you were still under his command.
Yeah. Hence why I haven't gone into the world or done anything else. I've just kind of been sitting here.
Well, you know, I'd have to say to that fact, you're a pirate, and
Was.
your ship helped kill my father.
That would be Ricky, but yeah.
My name is Akkar Story. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And I
You
pull
just
out my sword.
No, I'm gonna step in front of a car. You
Eve,
can't kill him.
why?
Because he didn't do anything wrong. He was a slave.
But he worked with them.
Because he was forced to. In the middle of the sea. Forced to work for a bad man.
Somebody give him a sword. I'm really not killing an unarmed man.
You were just about to.
No. He held his hands up and showed me that he was not armed. That's why I'm not doing it.
Nobody's gonna give him a sword. You're
Akkar,
not fighting.
he told
Yes.
us the truth, and this Faye found a way to make us upset by giving us something we didn't know.
This is true. An evil Fae. Why have I let my mind get so clouded? Devin, are you willing to die by my blade from what you've done?
I deserved to die back then.
What have you done since?
Sit on the beach.
You've
Make
done
some
no
art.
wrongdoing by anybody.
No,
Sorry.
I make art to sell to get a little bit of food that I can't grow for myself.
Then I stay my hand. I am very angry, but I understand the situation. I'm sorry.
Then you're welcome to kill me if you like. It's not a very fun life.
Well, I'm not going to remove you from this world for no wrongdoing other than the ones that you've obviously made yourself suffer over the past by not reaching out.
I'm tormented plenty enough.
Exactly. I sheathe my blade.
Do you know
I'm
anything about
sorry.
his father? I mean, his mother?
I don't know anything about his mother.
The barmaid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky took her.
Was she with y'all on the ship when it crashed?
No,
Your mother could still be alive.
probably not.
From
Your
the
mother,
syphilis.
your mother could have had other kids, maybe. I don't know. Never mind.
She insulted Ricky, and Ricky
Oh.
tossed her overboard with a nice necklace of meat.
I did not want that to be okay.
What kind
Thanks,
of meat?
Atala.
I
Thanks.
didn't know.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking that my mom was an awesome warlord, and no, she was basically, yeah, tossed overboard with a necklace of meat.
I mean, I don't know why that's the thing you're upset about, but okay.
I would have lived with my mom being the warlord, and
Your grandmother's the warlord. She's still in the lineage.
yeah.
And she is an unrepentant killer.
Yeah. I know. What about that?
Yeah.
I wonder where she
Now,
gets that from.
now my mom was thrown overboard and eaten by sharks. Yeah, that's a lot
She
better.
was sounds like she
we
was an
never saw her
innocent
get eaten
woman.
because we were too busy running.
Well,
Sounds like she
I
got
was
kind of
kinda
chummy
hope-
with the
yeah, I
fish.
mean, now that leaves a little bit of hope that she's still alive, but it's
I mean,
kind of
considering how close the naval ships were, there's a good chance they found her.
Wait, so she did get thrown off here at this beach? Y'all are really
No, out
starting
at
to get
sea.
on my nerves.
Out at sea on the way here.
Okay.
Probably a day or two before. We were still in the waters of Asturia then.
because Rancid Ricky attacked the other pirate ship, the Crow's Nest, and as they were moving and traveling to destroy each other, the naval ships got close and kind of forced them away from where they were at. So that forced Rancid Ricky to try to seek safety in the cove, and the Crow followed, but the naval ships didn't follow because they had no need to, because
But
they were
wouldn't the
going for the
crow help
cove.
his wife out of the ocean?
Did you know her name?
No.
Could you describe her? I'll pull out my pen. I mean, not my pen. Yeah, I guess it would be a pen. Whatever I write with.
Little sketch pad.
He goes over there and points to a statue that he made.
Holy crap, man! Really? What's happening here?
Bro,
It's a
are you
driftwood.
my dad?
Oh, because he's probably been doing like. Did you? Is it
He-
all like the crew and everything?
Yeah.
Is there a bunch of people?
Yeah, because he does art too. So okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh. There's your mom.
So you actually have a fairly detailed carving of her.
Hey, Natala, if you don't mind, can you sketch me a personal picture for that?
I toss him the carving.
I don't. That's too heavy. I want a piece of paper.
You are very picky.
You should just set it down and like do a shadow portrait where you just like put the statue there, put that behind it, and just do like here.
I mean,
Done.
I'll sit down and draw a picture of the statue.
Well, to be honest, this is kind of like the whole crew and everything. This is kind of like a.
He can do another one.
This is like a memorial. Okay, well,
We
don't
could
draw
just-
it. I'll take it.
Is there sand nearby? Can we just press this down in the sand, take it out, and then pour something in and make a duplicate?
So you do this
This
all
is
for
his
memory?
life. Wouldn't you want the one that's crafted with love?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to take it for some reason. So
Yeah, I don't understand him.
here's a
Well,
wax
see,
copy.
Okay, all right. Back up. From what I was thinking, I'm thinking like full statue, not
No.
a figurine.
It's
Yeah,
like
okay.
It's like a bigger action figure.
I mean,
Okay.
dude, if I was
Yeah,
able to
then,
toss
then,
it
I'll,
to
then
you,
I would have taken it, but I was thinking like statue, like full on statues, not figurines. Because that would be a statuette.
All right, Mr. Rules Lawyer.
So,
That's
all right,
that's
you're the crow's son?
Yep,
that's
he's
what
the
we
chick.
just learned.
apparently, yeah.
Were
They
you the
call-
boy that we found up just north of here?
Yeah. Apparently.
You're alive?
Not without some trying.
Well, there was a time that I was mostly dead, but I mean that's a different story. But yeah, I'm alive.
Okay.
Just okay. That's
I thought you were dead when I first found you.
Do you have a figurine of me?
No, I didn't know who you were. I just thought you were somebody else washed up shore.
Part of his
Because it was like a week later.
Did you save his life?
a week. You said it was a week later that I washed up.
Yeah, I went
How
out.
does-
I went out at low tide, and there was a section of ship at the bottom of a little tide pool,
How does
and
that?
there was a boy underneath it. I thought he was
Dude.
dead, so I left him there.
You probably were dead, just so you know.
I would have come out of visibility by now. Can you take us to this to the correct tide pool?
Yeah. If you follow the path, he points to a path. There's a path that goes right there.
It doesn't happen to be heart shaped, does it?
What?
Nothing. Never mind. We're looking for hermit crabs.
I'm not a hermit crab.
No, we're looking for hermit crabs.
Yeah.
Needham's got this thing
Okay.
about hermit crabs.
They're my
Okay.
spirit animal.
Do you follow the path?
of the hermit crab. Yes. Hide inside.
After about 30 minutes of walking, you find the spot. And at this point in time, it's getting a little bit later in the day, so the tide is starting to go out. But you can see there's an area that's a fairly low shelf of water. And currently the water is all the way up it, but you can see it starting to recede a little bit. And there is a tide pool that's probably, your guess is once the tide fully runs out, it's only about 6 feet deep. But at this point in time, it's probably about 10 feet deep.
You gotta go lay down there or something?
I'm gonna ask the
I'm
nymph.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna ask the nymph. What do you think she's
I
gonna? What do
dive
you think
into
he's
the
gonna do
water.
now?
I dive into the water and play dead.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, I could never have guessed that.
That's what was so funny to me. It's like, all right, that's the tide pool. All right.
Well, how long are we just gonna let him drown?
You can float there because he doesn't sink.
I can hold my breath for a very long time, just so you know. If you see bubbles coming up and me thrashing, that's probably a bad sign.
I mean, we
Just hold
figured
you
that out,
down?
yeah.
He just needs more time.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said just hold you down then.
Perfect. I like it. I gotta turn you up. You're actually really quiet on my screen.
Do we see any of the wreckage around?
It's been several years, so most bits of the boat would have been taken or lost or destroyed by then.
Do we want to use our eye thingy?
That's not a terrible idea. You can ask it to show you when
He was
last
found.
there or something like
washed
that.
up
Or no, I'd say when he got to it.
When he washed ashore.
When you washed ashore?
Yeah, something like that.
I do all the prerequisites, speak to it in Dwarven, and ask the
Mhm.
question.
You see the area filled with water. I'm going to send you the text so that you can say.
Okay.
Is a car still in the bottom of the pool?
Well, I'm
Yes,
floating on top
sitting
over
down
the
there.
pool.
Okay.
Is this just now, like, see how long a car can hold his breath?
I mean, why not?
I mean, it doesn't have to breathe underwater, right? Have we figured that out yet?
He was not able to breathe underwater when we did the breathing contest.
But I didn't test it either.
He didn't try.
Are you about to test if you can breathe it? Just
He'd be on standby.
I got great friends that are gonna help me. I know that I have. I believe in you guys.
Inhale salt water. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hey, obviously, one point in time I survived it. So,
Chance death again.
well, I know
First
that
you
E
don't
could,
succeed. Die.
I know that E
die
could
again.
always bring me back.
Or
Yeah,
do I
that's
want
how.
to?
At least
Hey.
for like 3 questions. I mean, at least for 3 questions.
At
Yep,
least then
yeah, it
the
worked.
The 3 questions are: why'd you go into that pool? Why'd you pretend to be dead? Did you really know how to swim?
no. And then we don't have to worry about going to track the twin down. He'll have all the memories, and that
She goes.
plot line
She
will be
goes.
done.
She
And I'll
says,
have a new character.
"No,
somewhere along the
that doesn't
line.
matter. The twin already probably has all the memories because his dad died,
Ah, yes.
Yeah, my uncle was trying to kill us.
which is the Raven Man.
So maybe I'm not the twin.
Yeah, we already figured that out.
What happened to your
Look,
dad?
how are we talking
I
to
mean,
him
what
through
happened to
water?
your grandpa?
Yeah, his grandpa. The last we knew, his
Yeah, the
grandpa
longer
got
you
in a
guys
ship
stop,
and left.
the longer
And he
you guys
died
try
in a
to talk to me,
shipwreck.
I'm losing
Yes.
air here.
All right. Akkar, you've lost air.
Hold me down, Eve.
Wait, was that Bubbles?
All right. So if I remember this correctly, I'm the only one that can see what happens,
Correct.
but it happens in real time.
Yes, you watched it happen.
Okay, but I'm just
And
so, but I'm
it's
just
like
standing
recording.
there.
It's
Right.
like a recording.
Okay.
In the
Do
past, you would just describe it to us as it
Did
happened.
you watch Prometheus?
Yes.
Do you remember when they activate the scanner and it shows those holograms?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's
Same
like
kind of
that,
concept.
but everything's red tinted because of the eye.
Gotcha. So like as it's playing out, I'm I guess not paying attention to their conversation, but at some point, I'll be like, "Whoa, that is a big lady." What? She just okay. She's staging the shipwreck. What she's
Staging
doing?
it?
What is she doing to? And then she's gone. Okay. And I'll kind of close the ritual down and put it out. And are they paying any attention to me, or is it?
I'm definitely paying attention to.
Yes, they're paying attention now.
Oh, okay.
He said staging a shipwreck.
So he got like brought up here by this kind of big lady under the water carrying like shipwreck pieces in one part and like him under the other arm, like walks up, like puts him on the ground, just kind of like lays the stuff there and then leans over, does something to him and like leaves.
Was he in water?
I mean, that tide was high. So it was all underwater.
Did she have a fish half body?
I mean, she just kind of like swirled off into the ocean like a rocket. So I mean, like, yeah,
You saw her
she had.
walk, but she swims faster than any of y'all ever can.
Okay.
As I run out of breath, I close my eyes and try to breathe the water.
Oh God, he's just gonna drown over there.
As he's drowning, I want to ask: it was Roxy, the pixie? Roxy, do you know of any big lady
In the ocean.
in the ocean?
Big lady. That's so...
There was a siren who used to live here for a while.
All right. I'm
Not
going to
one
read.
mine.
I will read verbatim what he sent me so that it can be added to the record.
I mean,
You see the tide is high, and a woman comes walking from the deep ocean. She has a large section of a wooden ship in one arm and the body of a boy in the other. She drops the body on the ground and drops the boat scraps on top. She then leans over and does something, and then swims into the ocean like a rocket. I assumed it was a big lady because she's carrying a large section of a wooden ship under one arm and a boy.
Underwater things are very light because they float slightly.
Okay.
Okay, is this his mother? Did it look like the statue?
Where's the statue? Did he leave it? Because
He should still. I mean,
it was
I don't
too
know where it
heavy or
is right now.
something.
Did you
You
not
got it?
see it?
Partly, you notice Akkar is at the bottom of the water and he's no longer moving.
What is
Oh,
he doing?
I-
Wait,
I'll
who was
Fine.
watching
I'll
for
go help
Bubbles?
Akkar. Sorry,
That was
I
Eve's
just
job.
I dozed off.
Alright.
All right, he's
I have the figurine on me, so yeah.
unconscious.
Oh, found it. I'll leave the car and go bring him and scratch him.
You know, I think he
I think
thinks
Eve
that
is
if he-
inherently evil. She just doesn't know it yet.
I was a
no.
murderer.
Look, here's the thing. She is doing everything to make sure that she's honoring your wishes.
That's right.
As stupid as they are.
Hey guys,
And I said when there see bubbles and there's no movement, there's probably a
No.
problem.
You said bubbles and thrashing.
Oh yeah, I did too.
His
You
last
just
thought.
inhaled the ocean.
So we think
right.
you're good.
He's now floating face up, not moving.
Oh,
Yeah, that might be concerning.
Here, actually, I'm gonna go check on Akkar. Bring him back to life.
and I'll kind of like take the statue and look down. Does it look like the same person?
Similar. Very
Similar.
similar. You're not sure if it's the same or not.
There's a resemblance. I don't know if it just means she's elven, if it's his mom. They just have the same face.
There used to be, like, didn't we learn about like some kind of sea elves or something? They would be fast swimmers.
Oh, the seals?
What?
The seals. I just figured we'd call them seals. It's
When?
Just now.
What was it? An elephant seal that you saw? Those are pretty
Hey,
big.
don't talk about his mom like that.
I mean, you
He
haven't
said she
denied it
looked
yet.
like the statue. Does the
Dude just
statue look like an
drowned.
elephant seal?
No.
The statue looks like an ordinary human.
What's wrong with you, Core?
The lady you saw did not look like an ordinary human.
It had
Well,
fins.
yeah.
But they did look similar.
Like if we caught a fish and cut off its tail and then stuck it on the statue.
The lady didn't have a tail.
No,
Oh.
it's just a humanoid figure.
Why am
in
I
the
killing
water.
a fish? Why am I?
We don't know.
what you're doing right now.
Sorry, I'm listening to Roxy.
Oh, is Roxy talking to you still?
Yeah, we were coming up with this plan together, apparently.
Rixia.
Roxy is laughing her butt off.
Akar's final word. It's Rixia.
Your mother's Rixia?
No, he said
Oh.
asphyxia, like he can't breathe.
His mom is the shell.
Ah, it wasn't his dad, it was his mom.
It was a shell game this whole time.
This is how we have problems of keeping up with whatever.
No, this is
This is
not
not
why.
the problem.
This is not why. Because apparently you can be your own
Can
grandpa.
we show Rixia the statue? With the
Yeah.
description that Neetup gave?
Oh, and I broke down Roxy. Where did I write it down?
Oh,
Oh, you added a new character accidentally to your notes?
No, because Will kept calling her
Didn't
Roxy.
didn't someone say Roxy earlier?
Rexia.
I believe Neetup did say Roxy for a while.
Yeah. Sorry.
I haven't written one thing down today.
It's probably a good thing.
All right. You show Rixia the statue, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen her. Well, not her. I wonder if she's a merelf."
That's what I said!
She doesn't have fins.
You don't have
They
to have
don't
fins.
fins.
They don't have fins?
They're elves that just live underwater.
I'm from the far north. I don't know this stuff.
Your mom is an elf, just not the warlord elf.
Not my mom.
No, his mom. The one
Why-
that he's drowning over
I
there.
thought we were talking about
Eve,
my
is he
mom.
okay?
Am I okay?
Shall you control
Rixia,
water?
Your mom
Rixia
told
hands
you.
a biscuit snack. Or
Thank you.
American?
It's not
or
real
European?
though.
I'm still
fake.
trying to eat it.
It's
It's
just
sand.
air.
It's not very filling.
no, it is actually the best snack you've ever had.
This is delicious.
You think?
You just ate food offered to you by a fae.
Mm, it is true. I'm in trouble, people. I think I'm the one dying today. Let me see if I can breathe water.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if his mother was a mer elf, or at least a half mer elf, most of them have enough magic to make themselves look like humans. That's how they're still around, because most of them are gone. They live on the shores and interact with the humans and breed with them. I don't envy them. They've lost their
means-
empire.
It would have been very smart for her to piss off Ricky to make him put a meat necklace on her and push her off into the that was smart. But she was just like pushing me back home.
And she probably there was no ship for her to go to keep sailing with her child, so that's why she probably left him on the beach.
Hoping because he can't live in water.
Yeah, we just found that out.
Oh, wait a second, you were half elf the whole time. Your mom had to be an elf.
Just not your lungs.
No. Remember, once something becomes half elf, it never stops being half elf.
Oh,
His dad could breed with humans for 50 generations, and they'd still be considered half elf because they have elf blood.
all right. Never mind. I wouldn't say that.
I thought we
Yeah.
were going with this.
That's why
Mom
elves
was
don't
the
like.
elf, just a mer.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking to a car that's unconscious on the beach right now?
No.
Oh,
he's
I mean-
unconscious.
You're not.
On you, so you're awake.
You're good.
Eve got you awake.
You're just
Okay.
laying there.
I missed that part. Sorry.
There's a whole heal spell over here.
Oh,
Clicky, clicky.
I'm looking at the Discord. Sorry.
Yeah, you've just been like, I'm dead. I'm dead.
It's Ricky. It's
Eve like
Rixie.
pulled him out, gets him to life, and he's just like, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
I'm dead. I see the light.
Eve
Coughing
says,
up water.
"You're in a puddle."
Stand
I
up.
was dead. I could swear I was dead.
He's doing the Little John drowning in a ditch.
Yep, that's it.
Just stand up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because of the way the curse of his family is, it wouldn't matter what the dad bred with. The result would always be a him.
Wait, so he wouldn't look half elven anyway, would he?
So he's just a parasite. He just needs a host to reproduce. He just injects his genetic material, grows
Okay,
an
stop,
exact
stop,
copy
stop,
of himself,
stop,
and pops it out.
Stop.
You get a slow side eye from me. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't even think he's a human. That's not normal.
But he's not a human.
No, he's not.
He's a half elf.
You're right. I'm
He's
not
a different
human.
species altogether.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
Akkar,
half elf.
do you have webbed feet? Webbed toes?
We can clearly see that.
No, we
I
got.
go
You're
in
still
water.
wearing your
Wait,
thing.
how fast can he swim?
I don't know.
I mean-
Let's go. Jump in the water. Let's
As
swim.
fast as an ordinary male wearing armor in water.
Blub, 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 blub,
So-
blub, blub.
The mom being a sea elf has not helped you at all.
Other than saving him from the shipwreck.
That's true. Which took her a week to do,
Really?
apparently. Unless she was like nursing him back to health and taking
She
his
definitely
memories
had the
away.
magical ability to find him at the bottom of the ocean when he sank.
But that still means he was down there for a long time. Basically dead.
He's just a husk. He's
And
not
his-
real.
In his vision, she bent over and did something to the body before she left.
She breathed life into you.
I'm a shell of my former self.
Maybe she was a cleric.
She just put her memory of you into that shell,
But I have no memories
right?
other than what we found out.
She was an
together.
absent mother. I mean, she was lady of the streets, right?
Hey. Whoa.
Oh,
Easy there.
bartender, waitress.
Barmaid.
Easy there, guy.
Sorry, human and elf things apparently are not my strong suit.
I don't
Apparently,
even think dwarven things are your
a whole
strong suit.
different kind of structure.
Yeah, dwarven reproduction's different too.
Couldn't you all reproduce by mitosis?
Pretty much.
You just link your beards for a little while and boop,
I
baby.
can't remember what the actual lore on that is, but it is discussed if I remember.
Female dwarves have wonderful beards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you link beards together and you're stuck together
Sure.
for the time being, and then boom, baby pops out.
After this, someone needs to play the scene from Thor: Love and Thunder when the Korg is talking about how his
Oh,
face is
yeah,
green.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
we just go sit next to lava and then
And
boop,
hold
baby,
hands.
boop, baby. That was the funniest part of that movie. I will not lie.
Now, him being a face was the funniest part of that movie.
Yes,
Poor
just
Korg.
carrying him around as a face. You can put him on as a mask.
That and the
Very-
goats. I love the goats. The goats are my favorite part.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, those were hilarious.
Back to your not Lady of the Night mother. So what now? What do we do?
What was the end of your dream? Again?
Go to the Heart
Seashells.
Beach. Beach Heart.
Go to the beach closest to your heart.
Yeah.
Listen for my voice, or hear my
Okay.
voice,
Okay.
and then all will be well.
All right, so we're
it's
looking for
his mother.
What do we should just camp here for the night.
Yes, a
I
car.
have my ring
Do
off.
not sleep in the pool.
sleep with the fishes equals
look.
death.
Hey, it looked familiar. I was just testing a theory, and obviously
You were
my theory
Testing
didn't
the
work.
waters.
My theory did not work. Okay.
You're
I
talking
get it.
pretty
I
clear for having that much water in your lungs. Thought you would have been a little bit more
Oh well,
raspy.
Eve's really good at what she does. She cleared that all up. Yeah. She's really good at healing people.
Okay.
See, I knew I could trust you guys. I knew it. I was scared there for a minute when I took a breath of water. But I cannot breathe water, just so we all know.
Oh, I
That's
didn't.
not a good thing. Yeah,
You tried that?
yeah, I tried it. It didn't work. Yeah,
Okay.
just so you know.
That would explain why the thrashing never happened.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay. Y'all sleep the night and nothing major happens.
Can I cast water breathing on Akkar when he goes to sleep?
No.
Just in case.
Oh, for protection. How long
That
does
would
it
be a
last?
great prank, though. Let's see. I think it's like a first level spell. I could burn like a 6th level spot and heighten it.
Go ahead, burn it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not trying that again.
I
It
can heighten.
obviously didn't work.
I can heighten it to 4th, which it increases duration until your next daily preparations. So I could just burn it today, and he has water breathing tomorrow and doesn't know it. And so, if I can cast that, I would like to conspire with Core that once he's asleep
Hold on, does that
to move
does
his
that-
body
hold-
out into the water.
Hold on, does that need a participating person, or can you just do it just because?
I can target up to 5 creatures.
Interesting.
That's it.
Yeah, because some spells kind of act as attacks, but
Yep,
like
it doesn't.
Alright.
This one's a 5-person cover cast. Like I can.
That was like my charm spell when I was trying to charm Core because he was
Mhm.
acting a little crazy. Yeah, that so. All right. I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Or well, I heard it.
Of course. So Core, you in?
Yeah, I got not much else to do. I think we're still
mean,
working on
you're-
this treasure thing, so
Yeah. I want to get some money. Are you still working with old girl?
Yeah.
To fund your gambling habits?
mm-hmm.
Since we're being open about this.
We all know it, Core. You don't have to hide it anymore. Just be
Hey,
open.
you're not here. You're not here. You're asleep.
Well, I don't sleep but 2 hours, so.
No, you
better
took the
get-
ring off so that
The
you would
ring
have
off specifically.
So you would sleep.
This man can't remember
me.
what thing he's
It's
working
been
towards.
a long session.
And he
So-
drowned.
Got me. Yeah,
So-
I forgot the ring actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're
Moving on.
gonna move a car to the water in the little tide pool
Oh,
under the water.
Yeah,
Because
technically speaking, your spell would hit everyone in the group.
Yeah, so all right, we all have underwater breathing,
Okay.
but we're gonna put him in the little tide pool. He was trying this earlier. We're gonna let Eve know so that we have a healer on site just in case. But nobody mess with him. Just let him wake up naturally underwater tomorrow, and let's see what happens. Action.
Okay.
I'll make sure he doesn't get pulled out to sea. I'll put the rope around his foot and stake it down just so he doesn't drift off.
But tell it to untie when he wakes up. So he doesn't think we like tried to tie him down underwater. Man, they really want me dead.
No, you wake up in the morning. You're in the bottom of the tide pool.
Okay.
The waves are lapping over you.
What's going on exactly? I took my headphones off for most of that, just so you know.
You have awoken underwater in the tide pool. But you're not drowning. You just like peacefully woke up, breathing underwater in the tide pool.
I swim down to the bottom of the tide pool, I guess.
You're at the
and
bottom.
start- Oh, I'm at the bottom of the tide pool.
You don't have any air in your lungs, so you're not floating.
Weird. It's crazy. Yesterday I died. I'm pretty sure that I passed out.
Do we see any movement on the surface of the water to indicate that he's awake? I'm assuming
Yeah.
we're all like gathered around drinking coffee, waiting for him to wake up. Well, guess he's awake. I wonder when he's gonna stop monologuing and come up to talk to us. Does he realize we can't hear him underwater?
I think he's still trying to figure it out.
Okay, well, we'll give him a
Remember, he
second.
said to watch for bubbles.
Yeah.
Now we
There's
did
not gonna
see
be any
bubbles.
bubbles,
We just
though.
gotta see the thrashing.
Yeah.
Noticing that I can breathe underwater, I immediately go to the treasure hold.
The what?
Where Rixia told us where the treasure was.
She hasn't.
I thought she told us already.
No. He's working it out.
Okay, well, in that case, then I would probably go,
She's
I can
sitting
breathe
on-
underwater, guys!
She's sitting on the bottom of the ocean next to you.
Can she hear him trying to talk underwater?
Hey, Rixia.
He's talking underwater.
No.
She's like, hello.
Hey, Rixia. How are you doing? Apparently, I can breathe water now. I feel something's afoot. Why was that snicker?
Why is it always a foot?
I feel something is an arm.
A miss.
Yeah, a miss.
Why are you snickering, Rixia?
You can't breathe underwater. You're a half elf. Not the right kind of half elf either.
I tried that yesterday, but now I can do it.
Yeah, that's why you
Apparently,
drowned.
I know, but why can I talk to you and breathe underwater at the same time? Oh, dang it! Need it. Yeah. I go to the surface. Haha! Funny guys.
What?
You cast a spell on me, Nita, and
I
threw me in
mean-
the water.
I didn't necessarily cast charm, but I've been told I am attractive.
I'm about to cast charm if you don't stop your games. We're trying to figure stuff out here, guy.
And what'd you find out?
That when you cast breathe underwater or whatever you cast, I mean, I can breathe underwater. Ha ha ha. Funny.
Well, we got it for the full day, so let's go use it. What are we gonna do?
Well, we got to find out where the spot is first.
Well, now we have all 6 of our characters that could go underwater because Eve already can breathe underwater. So, do we want to explore? That way, what are we trying to get to?
I want to get to the treasure room.
Excuse me, humans and other assorted creatures.
Yes.
Yes.
The dumb one needs to go back in the water again.
That
Which was the dumb one? I'm already in the water.
Got to be more specific.
So it's obviously not me.
Dum, get back in the water.
That's you.
I popped my head up and I never left the water, so it's not me.
But you're not at the bottom of the tide pool anymore.
I go back down to the bottom of the tide pool.
Being told you're the
Apparently I'm
dum-dum.
Apparently I'm the dum-dum.
To be fair, it could have been Hitala.
It could have been
She was
me.
yelling at Hitala, dum 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 dum.
No, I was hearing it, overhearing it, yelling at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, what?
I think it was muted for a second.
Maybe you
there.
should look around. You didn't even look around when you woke up.
Oh no,
just-
I was muted on purpose.
Water.
Oh.
I was cussing.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
All right, yeah. Well, I did look around. I didn't see anything in like particular. What am I supposed to be looking for,
Make your
Rixia?
perception check.
Get out of the way, Clark.
can I cannonball down into the tide pool, knowing that I can breathe underwater too?
You just wouldn't be near him.
Oh,
Oh,
that's kind of what I wanted. That's
The
kind
tide
of
pool
what.
is large enough and shallow slope that you'd have to jump much further than your jump capability is to get out to him.
Oh. Core, can
I
you
really
like
don't like
yeet me
that.
out there on top of him?
Can try.
I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to just kind of drop in. He's trying to look for something.
You don't know that.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Ah! How far do I get yeeted?
All right. Core yeets you across the tide pool and out into the ocean.
Oh, crap.
That's what he wanted, right?
No.
You didn't really specify where you wanted to go with that one either, so
I think
I'll
I
probably be
calibrated.
doing this.
A little. I don't think he's been eating as much. He felt a little bit lighter.
When I thought Boar had become a loose cannon, I didn't think it was literal.
Shoo. So I'll be sad dwarf walking back on the ocean floor.
all right. Sorry, no. The first perception check, I was just checking to see if.
Hold on.
Just go with the first one. I was checking something else between attribute and skills because skills doesn't have a perception check, but the attributes does.
The perception and attributes is an initiative roll. Unless you're talking about the one further down.
Yeah, if you go past the initiative stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go to
yeah, I see
perception,
it,
that's when
yeah.
your perception actually pops up. That's what I was testing. I go and grab it.
okay. Rixia leaves the water and goes back to everyone else on the shore. What do you do?
I open it underwater.
What's he opening?
You don't know.
Cursed item.
It's pure sodium.
I honestly thought she already had made it there and picked up Kenzie was coming back.
Nope, she just got here.
Made it into
Oh,
3
wow.
different
Go into the bait.
things today.
Oh,
I can't
It's-
spell very well, so you're just gonna live with it.
It's the Mel of
I'll
mini
live with it.
screens. Figure out how to get in the rest.
Hold on a second.
Oh, I was about to act.
oh goodness.
I come to the surface with the box in hand. Be like, hey guys, I found this.
It's a box and a hand?
It's already open, and
You're still in the ocean, Orf. You're not there yet.
as I walk up on the beach, the box is open, and I'm displaying it for you guys.
Cool.
You see it?
No.
It's like it looks like a dagger, right? But like also like a musical instrument. See the holes in it? And I point as I kind of look over the box. It's like
It's
like
the
you
Green
can-
Ranger's flute.
it's like you can play the
Well, that is-
dagger, right?
It doesn't actually look like a dagger. It's just shaped like a dagger.
So
You
it's
wanna
not
play it?
sharp? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it is not sharp in any way.
Yeah, it's just shaped
I
like
don't-
it.
I don't really think I can play something like that. Just,
Why not?
I don't really play flute daggers.
Well, I'll try. I'll try. And I pick it up and I close my mind and just let my thoughts play as I breathe.
I'm sorry, but no offense. My first thought, I closed my mind.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like you just kind of like you don't think of anything. You just kind of like let the music flow.
Mhm. Let's see.
Unless anybody has any inclination of trying to stop me from doing such things.
And you've already touched it. You're way beyond whatever. So
Well, we've stopped my crazy antics before.
yeah, but there's nothing we can do right now. We just need to see what happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did let you drown earlier today.
Okay. He grabs it and starts trying to blow into it while moving his fingers around on it. And it's like,
As to be expected.
Beautiful.
It's a
No,
siren.
that was terrible. That was terrible. I don't know what I expected, but I expected
really-
a little more than that.
Empty the
You
water
have-
out of it.
you have +0 to performance.
How long until I'm back to where they are?
You finally come out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me that.
I don't know what I expected.
Hey,
Maybe I just didn't
give it to me.
clear.
Here,
Maybe-
let me see it.
maybe it's- wait. Let me get the sand out of it and the water. Yeah, that's gonna definitely here. Okay, yeah. All right, it's clean now. You can. Yeah, it's gonna sound a lot better now. Here you go.
All right. You blow into it, need it, and you make a shrill, horrible whistling sound, but nothing else.
All All right.
Hey, that was better than what I did. That was
Yep.
better than what I
I
did.
guess
Yeah.
I
Who's
can
next?
try it. Yeah, over here. Hand it over.
Nice and clean now.
I throw
Yeah.
the dagger to him.
It just looks like a dagger. It's not
Oh.
really a dagger.
It's not in any way sharp.
Does it make noise as it
I
flings?
want to catch it before he throws it at whoever. Because I'm standing right next to you, so I want to try to catch it. Because it's like, whoa, hey, don't be throwing it.
You did not. Okay, you make another worse sounding sound than Nita made.
Jesus. Might be
Who else
broken.
wants to be cursed? I mean, try this thing out.
Why not?
Eve, are you gonna try it?
Yeah. Oh, yep. Awful. I'm gonna stick to breathing underwater.
There, it actually makes a melody, but it's still nothing good.
Should we? All right.
Wait.
Idea. Let's try blowing it underwater.
Sadly.
Eve, I think yours sound better than all of us. Do you want to try to play this underwater? Because you can breathe
Sure.
underwater.
The entire ocean recedes.
Not necessarily trying it.
Atala makes horrible blowing noises like everyone else.
Winky, do you want to try before I go underwater?
Blow the flute. Blow the flute.
And you've been practicing the ocarina?
Yeah, man. This is like right up your alley.
Yeah, this is your ocarina.
We were joking about it being cursed. We don't have any idea.
Yeah, y'all have done nothing to examine it in any way whatsoever.
We're
Other
just
than
all
immediately start playing with it.
Come on, Winky. You're literally the gnome. The curious, fun-loving gnome.
He's too busy playing a video game.
All right.
Fine. It's gonna be some super awesome power.
Well, I guess I'm gonna head underwater.
Well, I'll come with you because we can all breathe underwater right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I want to hear the sound underwater. Yeah.
Winky, you gonna listen to this cursed flute knife thing, or are you gonna stay up here in the dry?
Seeing as I have a very bad chance of coming back up, I'm gonna stay up here.
You can
You
breathe
can
underwater.
breathe underwater, my friend. You can just walk
I
out.
can't swim though.
You
We're
can
all
just
walking
walk
in the
out.
water.
Yeah, we're
It's
walking in
a
the water.
gentle slope.
And Nina has cast breathe water on us, or what is it called? Whatever that thing is.
Water breathing until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so we can breathe underwater, my friend. Just come listen to the sound. I don't think he wants to.
All right.
All right.
Somebody has to recover our bodies.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Just in
I'm gonna
case it goes wrong.
An underwater thing.
This is gonna be this like portal that opens up underneath us and we just like sink down into the sand. Never to be seen again. Winky's left on the sand the rest of the time.
Bye, Ricky.
Knew we'd be lost in a
Nice.
hole one day.
Nice,
Okay.
guys.
This time, instead of a melody, it actually makes ripples go out through the ocean a little bit, and all the fish move out of the way.
Mm.
Oh, that was
Let
fancy.
me- Hold
Actually,
on,
like,
guys. Oh.
Same thing.
Just gotta. We can stay for the
Hey,
day.
Blow
yeah,
hard.
I think you're onto something. Do that again.
maybe not blow as hard. Is it getting any better?
That's all it's doing for her.
All right. I guess I could take
Okay.
another blow on it.
I could also try. Go first.
Okay.
Or
This time when you blow, it makes a small dollop of seaweed come out.
he promptly eats it. I'm gonna try again.
I'll pass it to you.
Okay.
Okay. You manage to make horrible tooting noises without using air.
Awesome. It's a whale song.
I'd like to try to take it back and try to detect magic and read the aura of this thing.
Okay. All right. It is definitely magical, and it appears to primarily be alteration.
I've shared that with everyone. Hey Rixie, do you know what this is?
Hold on a second. This is a cantrip, so it's automatically heightened. Do you have 4th level magic yet?
Not until next level.
Okay. Okay. So next level, you'll be able to get more from your spells.
I can take a look at it, Core.
Oh yeah, here.
I'll cast Detect Magic and Heighten.
Yeah. You have more than 4th level magic.
Yep.
So you do detect it as a magical item with the same properties that Core told you, but you also detect every other magical item around you, and it's the most powerful magical item in the area, including all the gear y'all are wearing.
So this one's the most powerful out of everything around us, guys. So obviously we're not using it right.
True.
Yep.
We want to try it back up on land?
Or we just suck.
It could be that as well.
Well,
Do we want to take another round of Puff Puff Pass and then go up top?
Sure. Let's do that.
honestly, I think that Eve did better in the water. It sounded better in the water to me.
Come on. We need 2 more 29s to make this really funny. And then we can just say we all suck. Oh. It's close.
I think it's Winky, guys. I think he needs to get down here.
Winky, come play this flute. Please.
I don't have 29, but I got 9.
We just need some toot toot, man.
Okay, none of y'all have been able to do anything better than what Eve has done.
Nope.
And Eve did nowhere near what she did last time.
I'm gonna stick my head up above water and say, Winky, you're our only hope. Help us. And then like slowly sink back down below the water.
While staring at him, like
Yeah,
eye to
like,
eye, like
it's dead in the eyes and just like sink back down in the water. And we'll wait down here as long as it takes for him to come.
Like he's just making a sandcastle. You didn't even hear him.
You didn't hear me? Huh? That was weird. All right. After
You all intently.
a couple minutes, I'm gonna walk up onto the shore and see what Winky's doing.
He's building a sandcastle.
That's cool sandcastle.
I followed it up.
Are you gonna put a moat around it?
No.
Yeah, because if you don't put a motor
Holy
around
crap,
it, then
where'd
it
you come from?
just and then I step on it.
What?
That was
Hey.
rude.
We need your help, brother. We're not making sandcastles.
He's like,
your
oh, hey, we need your help.
He's gonna yeet him out in the water. Play the flute.
See if you can yeet him farther than I threw Neat.
Don't put him in the
trying to wake
ocean.
him up because apparently he's under some spell of sandcastling.
So
If I destroy the sandcastle, then the sandcastle can't
after
distract him, and then he's got to maybe the sandcastle was magical, but obviously not because I stepped on it.
I get up and I walk away.
where's he going?
Bro, we need your help.
Is there anything on the flute knife notations, incantations?
Anything on the other side of the?
Yeah.
No, but you could attempt to appraise it. Identify the item.
I can the best I can do is Arcana.
Yeah, knowledge, arcana, or occultism.
That'll help.
I follow Winky, like, bro, we need your charisma, your performance. We need that, man. Like that's what we need right now. We need you, bro. Like, what are you doing? We need your help. Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you walking away?
I'm not walking away. I'm standing still. What are you talking about?
You told me you were walking away, so I'm following that path. I'm playing that path. We need you, brother.
No, I think you're good.
Dude, you can breathe underwater right now. Nita has helped us with that.
No, thank
We
you.
need you to play this knife. We need you to play this. We
Why
don't
do
know
you
what
need
it
me to do
does.
it? What?
We've all tried. We've all tried several times, and we need you, man. We need you. Where are you going?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
You have the best charisma and the best. The way you perform
I do.
stuff. No, dude, I'm telling you, man. You can do this. I know you can.
I've slowly re-entered the water quietly without anybody else.
You can do this, man. We will be there. I know you're afraid of the water, but we'll be there. Right there. We'll get you out, no problem.
No, thank you.
You saw me earlier. I drowned. I literally almost died. And
Okay.
Eve saved me. We're there for you, man. Okay?
I come up behind Akkar and I say, "That's beautiful, but only elves can use this thing."
But
I just recognized it, and
Dang.
yeah, it's a voice of the sea. It can control life forms in the ocean, and usually they're only the elves have them. They make them. This may be, based on what we're learning here, this may be your mother. She may have made this. And if you remember, we were looking for a voice. This is called a voice of the sea. But only elves can do it.
And I can't use it. You
Well,
heard
you're
what it
half elf.
sounded like.
Am I
Yeah,
part
I know.
elf?
And you have no skill.
I think I'm part elf.
You've got a +0.
I know my life of fighting. I didn't know elves loved
I mean,
music.
you were very encouraging to Winky, but he can't actually help us. No offense, Winky. But so the next step was all will be well, right?
So to
Well,
best duel?
we can't find it, so
or did it mean this well of water that we found it in? That's kind of backwards, right? I don't think.
Rixia is laughing again.
Maybe it calls a well.
Oh, you know what else it can do? It can create
I know what
salt
it
water.
means, guys. I know what it means.
Oh, what does it mean?
Eve, what does it mean?
Eve.
Help me.
I just want to start off by saying I feel really bad now, but then I also don't. Don't try to kill me, Akkar. Okay.
Car
But
takes his weapons off and sticks them in the sand.
it was me.
What was you?
That lady in your dream.
Oh,
You're his mother?
A car falls to one knee and be like, wait, what?
Mom?
So like months ago, well, I guess it would take a couple weeks for us, but we were just thinking of ideas because me, Winky, and Nita were pretty bored, and we just wanted to go somewhere. And so I was like, "Hey, let's come up with a fun idea." And then you're a random person we picked, and then I did the dream, and then they were like, "Oh, a car, you got washed up on a beach," and I was like, "Oh shoot, I didn't know that." And so now I felt really bad for a couple weeks. But hey, you found your dad's upper half, and this flute that you can't use. So you're welcome.
Oh, and I completely forgot about all of it too.
A car punches the ground and just starts crying.
Brixia actually comes over to you and says, "Don't worry about that. You don't think about it, did you?
What?
That box wasn't here yesterday."
That box wasn't here yesterday. The flute
was-
wasn't here yesterday.
It was planted.
By
By
whom?
whom? Oh,
It was brought last night while you were sleeping.
By your mommy.
I don't know if it was that, but it was a sea elf.
A car cries at the betrayal. You can't hear
Hey,
anything. It's just sitting
but
there
you still
crying.
got something out of it. We would never come here if I hadn't have done the dream thing.
I mean, she's not wrong.
we never would have found
Maybe
your dad.
she was influenced some way by her deity
Your
that she
father
didn't
got a
realize.
proper burial. You found information about your mother who may still be alive.
But I was hoping for so much more.
Well, we can still
So
find more.
ungrateful.
You just
Jeez.
You've got an
don't have to worry
ancestral
about
item
food.
from your mother's side now.
Yeah, seriously.
The toot toot flute, because that's how we can make it sound.
All you have to do is next time you gain a skill point, spend it on performance, and you can use it.
Unsuccessfully.
Is it really just having it trained? Is that what was messing us
No.
up?
It's got to be trained to use it, and you have to be of elven descent. Even though he's not a sea elf, he is of sea elf descent.
Gotcha.
So he doesn't gain any of the sea elf abilities, but he does qualify for the use of this item as a sea elf. He just needs to learn how to play because he sucks at it. He never knew he had to learn how to play an instrument.
I'm so sad, but at the same time, I understand.
Just
I'm
don't be
gonna-
salty, man.
I wouldn't kill you over that. Why would you think I would kill you over something like that?
Based on the
Well,
amount of
you did
water he
just
ingested yesterday, he's probably salty.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to find my path.
It's
And
with
we
us.
still are.
You helped me get there, and you helped me make a step. Why would I be mad at you at that? I'm
Because you
more
didn't
hurt
want to
over the
murder.
betrayal that I thought that you were my mom. I thought my mom came to me and talked to me in my dreams.
But it was just
Oh,
you.
But I understand the path that we need to lead, and I'm willing to follow that path as family, as a group. You guys saved me from death not a few hours ago. Why would I be mad at you? You're literally the one that saved me. I'm not mad. I'm just greatly
Disappointed.
disappointed. Greatly disappointed.
just give you a pat on the shoulder.
I'm gonna walk up.
I've always respected you, Eve. I know
I'm
you're
a wa-
quiet.
Thanks.
but you're always there to save us when we need it.
Thanks.
I'm gonna walk up to Akkar. I'm gonna give him a very encouraging word. Reach my finger out to his chest, just kind of talk to him.
Stop
as soon
poking
as-
my eye. I know what you're doing. Stop poking my eye.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" And as soon as you look down to acknowledge my fingers, I'm gonna flick you in the nose and walk away.
Ah, you punk.
Because I did forget about the eye momentarily, even though I referenced it like earlier in this episode. It's the
But
scatterbrain.
you're all forgetful.
Mm-hmm.
However, slightly disappointed. I'm willing to move on. Let's go.
Hey, look, a shiny shell.
I sheathe all of my weapons again.
And Rixia tells you where the cave is and is like, all right, I'll see y'all. And swims off.
Gives us all the money and goes.
Our car goes, let's get that loot.
But let's examine it before we start messing
Blowing
with the
on it.
stuff next time.
She tells you there's a cave that's about 200 feet down.
Hey. Let's get the loot.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but the car is very good at bouncing back. He's had a lot of heartbreak in his life. He's ready to bounce back. Gotta keep it.
As we're going down to the cave, like kind of swim over to Eve, like, did you give me like the Fire Titan dreams too?
Oh no, sorry, dude.
No.
Those are real.
The horror continues.
Oh, by the way, Akkar puts his ring back on immediately after he finds out that Eve was the culprit.
Wait till he realizes the ring doesn't protect him.
Oh, it does.
What?
It does. I don't dream when I have the ring.
What's
You
not
can
like-
only dream for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's why it's garbled.
We just have to have it garbled just enough.
I might never take this ring off again.
All right, y'all all go down to the cave.
Yes.
Okay. You get down to the bottom where the cave is and go inside, and you fairly easily find the treasure cave.
Do we need to look around at all, or is it just all laying out?
There is a lot of really interesting bits of metal that are oddly shaped. And they're decorated all around this cavern so that you see all the crazy, strange little knickknacks she's found in the ocean.
Are there any air pockets?
Why?
Just
No, it's all open. It's all water.
trying to think if we're able to get a door down here.
I can just craft one. I could craft an alcove into the ground, maybe. But wherever we open it to, we'd have to create an S bend so that we'd have a dry space, and then we could put a door there. I don't know how many rolls that would take, but feasible.
Is the amount of loot what we can throw in our bags?
You could take all the random hunks of metal in your bag if you wanted to.
Okay. Do we need to? I guess let's sort through this, see what's worth taking.
90% of everything you find is twisted hunks of iron and steel.
Why is she even messing with that? Wouldn't the Fae be bothered? The iron? I guess it would also be the main like metal that's coming off the ships.
Basically, it's pretty pieces of twisted metal from when the ships crash into the rocks.
Gotcha.
They're just artistically good to look at.
Like a bent fork as a deep hopper.
Yep. It's a lot like Ariel, where her treasures are mostly useless. Y'all make perception checks.
Yep.
Yes. All right. There it is. Look.
Oh, they have so many underwater bubbles.
It
This is
really
going to
doesn't
be.
matter with Hatala's roll. Hatala, you notice to the back left of the cavern, there is a false door that is very easy for you to see.
Am I able to get it open?
I mean, there's a lever that you literally see the lever.
Okay. I'll open it then.
All right. The door opens up, and there is an air pocket on the other side, and inside is a room filled with coins and other actual treasure.
Ooh!
Everyone else is speaking. Hatala's.
She's trying to hold her breath.
Why? I'm confused. Has she not figured out that she can breathe underwater yet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean you can talk.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it does.
You can talk underwater with this spell.
It allows.
I'm pretty sure that we were talking to you the whole time, and you're like, "How are you doing that?"
This seems impossible.
She said. Now that you said that, do you
Nope, I still don't believe it. I'm just,
even
Okay.
saying that?
just being silly.
Hold on a second while I pull out my treasure generator. I'm glad I've got this script working. Okay. First off, y'all find about 9,000 in assorted coins. You find a ring with a gemstone in it that looks like a storm cloud. It is a ring of energy resistance.
I think that might be better for one of our frontline fighters since I sit in the back with my puny little bow.
The ring itself looks like a storm cloud.
I'm looking at you, Cor.
Yeah, I would like to try it.
I was about to say, I know you want it.
Sure.
I'm looking at you.
All right. You also find a glowing gem.
Arcana check.
It is basically attached to a small chain so it can hang around your neck. Core, you recognize it as a demi-lich eye gem.
Do I know what that does?
It basically has a spell that has been bonded to it magically because it was a spell that a demi-lich was going to use, and when someone slew the demi-lich, the gem contained that spell within it. And it allows that spell to be cast once a day.
Is there a way to find out what that spell might be?
Not without using it.
Or I'll take it and I'll target this. No, we're kind of confined here. I'll target something, and then if I don't want it, I'll give it away or burn it. A demi-lich spell, like that's kind of terrifying to me. But I'll hold it for now, if that's okay with you and the rest of you.
I don't see a huge problem with it.
Okay. You're underwater and you cast the spell and the thing, and you immediately transform into a huge sea serpent.
Well, crap.
Can I talk? Like, hey guys. So
Nope,
no, we're
you're
good.
actually a sea serpent.
Were you pressed against the wall?
Most of y'all were in that air pocket. He specified that he went away from y'all, so
Yeah.
I would notice if I got larger and more scary. I would notice, right?
yes, you noticed that you turned into a giant, like 40-foot long sea serpent.
I'm just gonna wait back here, guys.
Take off the ring.
It's not a ring.
It's a necklace.
Take
He
off
just cast
the
a
necklace.
spell. It either needs to run out its time, or maybe he can.
Cancel it.
Yeah.
Can I cancel?
Do I know from my check how long that would last? Or from how long with having our other items, like the cat bag and everything, how long those last?
It's. I don't think it's like that though, because it's the magic of a demi-lich that got sealed within it.
We might have to leave a car in the water. Are we?
This is like 7,000 years later. Is he still out here? Yep, there he is.
Went to go find his mom finally.
I found my way to breathe underwater.
Yeah, you would be able to breathe underwater in that form. It doesn't specify the duration. All right, here we go. You say duration is 10 rounds.
And our gameplay, that is
10 minutes.
a copy.
And most of the time you can turn these off. So yes, you can turn back to normal.
Okay. And
Once
I
you finish casting it, you feel that you have 3 choices when casting it.
oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Maybe
I
water.
turn it
thing,
off and swim
air
back up to
thing.
everybody.
What were you saying, Atala?
I was just doing a guess. A water thing, an air thing, and a land thing.
Yes, it can turn into a sea serpent with a regular speed of 20 feet or a swim speed of 90 feet.
Dang.
A purple worm with a speed of 40 feet or a burrow speed of 30 feet. Or a phoenix with a speed of 30 or a fly speed of 90.
Yeah, totally keeping this.
I think you just got the best thing you could have ever got to fight your uncle.
Oh yeah. But it's only once a
basically
day. It's only once a day.
Once per day, you can cast the 8th level spell Monstrosity Form.
Dude, you get 10 minutes to just wreck them.
Yeah, when he starts flying, yeah, bro, I'm gonna eat all of his crows. I mean,
Oh
all
my
his,
gosh.
all his crows. I apologize.
He has
I'm
ravens.
So sorry.
Yeah. How dare you say crows?
Yeah, look who's eating crow
Your
now.
dad
Well,
had
I mean, they're the
crows.
same
They're
thing,
ravens.
though, right?
They're ravens.
They're the same thing, right?
No. Yes.
No.
That's not the point. Keep going. We gave you an out.
I'm gonna eat all those ravens. I'm gonna take them out while I take him out too. You're done, bro.
Oh boy.
So I come up and I was like, "Hey guys, so yeah, I can turn into like this like water serpent. Like it was pretty cool. It was like 40 foot long, man. It's like we could take down ships with this thing.
That's pretty cool. You get to do it whenever you want, or
Oh, it's only once a day. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I've got a
I mean,
bag of
like,
cats.
Well, I can turn into a cat.
All right, who got the ring?
This guy.
All right. It is a major energy resistance ring, which means it absorbs 15 points of electricity damage.
Does spark the idea of looking for those poison resist types.
That's true. We'll eventually get to the point of needing just to resist as much damage as possible. Because we're just going to need to be stacking damage and not dying.
You find a wand, a 5-inch long piece of rosewood, but most of the length is also a pair of twisted spider legs covered in gossamer webbing.
It's a stick.
With some spider legs and webs on it. Looks like somebody.
Somebody dropped a stick in a spider web.
Must be what they use to clear out their spider webs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Core, the only thing you can tell about it is it's a wand of the spider.
It used to belong to a spider. Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Okay.
Cast once per day. It can cast a web at 4th level, but the web is also poisoned.
Ooh,
Okay.
Not too shabby.
don't run into that, teammates.
Who wants the poison web wad?
Why don't... I feel like Winky could use this. He could stick somebody. Does it?
Just
Does it?
smack,
When
smack,
you
smack.
do that, does it like hold them?
Are
They
they
get
immobilized?
stuck. And if they get in the web, they're also poisoned.
Well, I could use it, but that runs the risk of y'all running into it as well. So, you know what I'm saying? From range, if I cast the web,
I say let's give it to Winky, because he can like lock people down right in front of him,
And
then
then
they'll
smack,
Yeah.
smack, smack.
yeah, because Winky's like, I'm gonna get in front and get
Is that,
behind.
is that cool with you, Winky?
We
Yeah.
can give
Okay.
you something. There you go.
I mean, I agree with that. Yeah.
You good with it, Winky?
Yeah.
All right, you now have the wand of the spider.
Yeah, because that way he can get actually behind them and like control their movement as a flank. Because Winky's always like, I'm gonna be in front, smack the first guy, and he's gonna try to, like for our last battle with the pirates, he was up there on the dock, and I'm like, dang, I can't even see you. He was always the guy that's up in front. I appreciate that. It's like I could take it.
You also find a rugged metal eyepiece etched with square pattern. Atala, you recognize it.
But I would. This
It's
was
the-
my dad's. Sorry.
It's the enhanced version of your crafter's eyepiece.
Nice.
It's the greater crafter's eyepiece.
Can you wear both of them?
No. And once per day, it can cast a 5th level creation spell over the course of 1 minute to construct an item.
That's dope. I'm gonna be making so many crazy things. So.
Hey, Hatala, can I have your old eyepiece?
Toss it to him.
I have no crafting skills, so this might actually help.
You might
me.
want to give. I don't know. Okay.
It might actually help me understand like what you see. You
It
know,
would serve
like,
no purpose for you.
You probably want to give it to Winky or Nita,
We could also just sell items and make money.
or you could sell it and make money.
Yeah, but
That's
I
an
would say
idea.
give it to
well,
Winky.
I wanna ask Winky. Hey, Winky, you want to use this eyepiece?
He's like, don't ask me any more questions.
It would give you a bonus to crafting, Winky.
Sure.
Alright, well, I hand it to Leaky.
Okay, I have given it to Winky. Alright. And since it's almost 10 o'clock, we are going to stop there because this is a decent stopping point.
That's good.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and give Carr 100 bonus experience for his good role playing today.
Thank you, thank you. I've tried my best.
Like a mustache.
Love the mustache.
Alright, and everyone is going to get 200 experience for completing this whole bit of the quest we're on.
This whole debacle.
This phenomenal long play prick.
Side quest.
Debacle sums it all up.
Incredible.
We got an awesome shell. We got some
I-
cool loot.
I live
we
in
got
the
a good
same
joke.
house
This
as
is
this person, and I knew nothing.
I'm involved in this plot, and I forgot.
That doesn't surprise me though.
It doesn't surprise me at all that you forgot.
I gotta say,
we got
Melanie,
into it. You go ahead.
Melanie came in here and I was like, oh my gosh, Kylie, because she saw that I had sent her a message that said, "You sly dog," and she was like, "Oh, is this about that whole thing Kylie did?" And I was like,
Hey,
"You
hold
know
on,
about-"
whoa, stop, Charles. I say that Kylie gets something tonight because she obviously had to keep this secret for weeks on end, and it was so perfect that I had to play it the way I had to play it, and it was so perfect. She's got to get something.
Yes, you did too.
Winky
That was
we're in on it, and Winky might have been the only one other than Eve that actually remembered it.
but it was so perfect. It was so
Yes.
perfect.
Eve,
It actually caught me off guard.
Eve is going to get a bonus action point, hero point, for the next time she needs it.
Good job.
I thought she was always going to get the ability to, like, got your nose. Everybody, like, distracted for a second. Ultimate prankster.
Her. She's the whole prankster over there.
And that's it for tonight.
Right.
Now, y'all are getting close. Y'all are all close to around the 700-800 mark, so only a little bit more and y'all will level up.
Woo.
Just one ancient
We
dragon
will
away.
see you next time. And next time, I'm going with performance.
He's
No
going to be the
secret
Green
there.
Ranger.
No secret there. See you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.